the smooth operator. Shawty on repeat, I say sleep later. This another favor, consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air, fantasy a dream, real world is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless, learn to live shameless. Talk about me alive, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless, so I'ma style on them. They washed up, it's a rap, throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them, otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue, get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. About time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. 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 Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point. Moving forward, the battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a miner. But made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm Bruce Lee. Ooh wee. Lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crash Nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wanna ride? Come and vibe with the blue. Come 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 vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly. Worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather. Be weather, be tripping. Starting to control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this. Bad at board games, whole world clueless. Selling their soul for Roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a slice, extra mozzarella. Crew fly, let God propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge to tell her? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame, ever blinking the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds. Think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe. Tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do? Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. Come vibe with the blue. Pass what up? Vibe with the.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
I have seen everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, ever could happen, and yet, what the hell is this?
Are you ready?
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Man, dream on, yeah. Dream on, dream weaver,
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie the Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Carter Presents. Welcome to episode 281 of the Blerd Cave, the #1 comic book news stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse that you can also find not just here on these here YouTubes, but also you can find us on Apple, you can find us on Google, you can find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Timbuktu, anywhere good podcasts may be found. And if you do, make sure you leave us a rating because help us find more listeners just like you. Man, we got us a good show. You're going to close my door because I realized it was open. But we have a good show today. I mean, we always have a good show, but I mean, we really got a good show today. But Carter, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm just wondering how everybody else is who goofy asses put money on that fight yesterday.
Ooh. Okay.
That's what I'm wondering.
Look, first off, if you betting on boxing in 2024, look.
I said it to you before we started. Not just boxing. You got to add that little extra layer.
Yeah. Jake Paul boxing.
You ugly as hell. You deserve to be kicked out of the Temptations if you vote on goddamn Jake Paul fight. You deserve to have all of us figure your ass out that window. You can call us ungrateful all you want. We still got money in our pockets, and you just caught an L because you thought you was gonna see a real ass woman. Get the fuck out of here.
Look, let me tell you something.
I have never laughed so hard at all of y'all asses, each and every one of you motherfuckers in his Discord. All of y'all goo-gooing and gaga, and Mike Tyson was gonna do this, and Mike Tyson was gonna do that over a vanity project like Jake Paul boxing. Get y'all silly asses out of here. I hope y'all feel as embarrassed as you should. Ernie, how is your weekend going so far?
It's going great. It's going great.
I was gonna say this is the first time I've never seen you with a comic book reference shirt on because I thought that was a gym shirt, and then I saw Carnage's head pop up a little bit. Okay.
Got this from Box Lunch. Yeah, Maximum Carnage since 1992.
Oh wow.
But no, I don't know, man. This was a wild, crazy week. A lot of crazy stuff going on for me. Nothing like that would matter to anyone outside of like what we do.
Yeah.
But just like it's just been an interesting week. That's all I can say. One thing I will kind of pontificate on. One thing I will pontificate on is I don't think, I'm almost positive I didn't do this. I didn't really share any of the goodies that I had acquired. So, oh my God, shit's heavy.
I told you, boy.
Shit's heavy. Oh no, this is a bunch of single issues.
I said that shit to Charles Soule on this week about his fucking curse word compendium. Got to get that wrist training in, dog.
Oh yeah,
no. Up like we limber and young and just athletic. We ain't that no more, dog.
Nah, we really ain't.
Lift with your legs, dog.
Man, what you just said. I actually got some pretty cool stuff. I got some. This is actually stuff that came from the claim sale that we did.
Okay.
So I got this issue of Barbarella. This is basically like a bunch of like Dynamite issues that have like other like comic book cover homages. It's like a Barbarella. Yeah. This is actual like metal. This is a metal cover variant. Wild. But it's Barbarella by way of the classic Mirage era Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You know they got a movie in the works for Barbarella.
Yeah, I heard they were they've been trying to remake that shit for like, I don't know how long. I don't know why.
Well, apparently it's actually happening now because it's going to be Sydney Sweeney.
Of course it is.
Okay, there you go.
Of course it is. Also got an Army of Darkness. This is a
101 Dalmatians.
It may as well be, but it's I think this is like a Tony Fleeks, Trish Forrester.
Oh, that's
joint.
cold. A
Or-
Stray Dogs Army of Darkness variant. That's kind of gangster. That's
And
kind of gangster.
And this is yet another metal one. Where's I got some more. I ain't gotten a whole bunch of crazy shit, honestly. Like, I have way more shit than I probably should. Some of this I will probably wind up. Oh, here's another one. Here's another good one. This is a Vampirella $3.99. Throwback to the what was it? I think it was Amazing Spider-Man 300 or something like that. Yeah, throwback to that. You can kind of see, which is just that is insane to me. Also metal cover. Which is just like that. The idea of metal covers to me is just insane. Also got Space Ghost #1 foiled. Got a foiled Space Ghost #1.
See, you showing all of this is just making me more mad that I was here, but I wasn't here for that trade. Like, I was here and I watched a tiny bit of it, and then the itis kicked in and I passed out in my fucking chair.
I mean, I ain't mad at you for that, if I'm being honest. Oh, check this out.
Uh-oh.
Got some Virgin covers. Yeah. For those who don't know, Virgin just means there's no like titles or any. It's just the blank cover.
Covers are like that, or very, very minimal. I don't like all the child.
This is the David Nakayama. This is the cover A. It's the cover. It's not a variant, but I love that. I love that cover. Also got this one. This is #6. So they got them all in the Thunder Tank.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, got him in the Thunder Tank. Got this Thundercats Chitara #2 right here. Actually, I think I have all the issues up to this point in Virgin. Virgin covers. Also got. I actually already had a foiled Thundercats #1. But this is I had the one where like it's the eye. It's like it's Lion-O holding up the Sword of Omens. You can see the eye like right there. It's actually the cover that Declan drew. I have that one foiled and I have it regular. And now I have this one foiled. So that's some good shit. Also got this variant right here for Black Panther. Predator versus Black Panther. So got that. Which I actually need to give this is the one. This is the one right here. This got Panthro in the foil.
That's dope.
Panthro holding up the sticks with the foil.
Are you gonna get them? You gonna get them graded?
I'm gonna try to. Okay. That's the. I wish. Oh, that's another one I got. Got speaking of our boy Declan, I got a foiled copy of his Terminator #1. Got him foiled.
Should have asked him about that on Twitch this week.
What about Declan?
Yeah, he was streaming on Twitch this week. He was drawing some TMNT stuff.
Oh wow. I didn't even know he streamed. Oh, also got the Virgin version of the same cover.
The Virgin version.
Yeah, got the gotta get him Virgin, man. Virgin, man, that's where it's at. And yeah, there's those. That is kind of the main basically every issue of Thundercats up, I think from 1 to 7. I don't have 8 because it wasn't out at the time we did the claim sale.
Yeah.
I have pretty much every issue of Thundercats released up to that point in foil and in Virgin. And oh yeah. And the thing I showed you the other day, this is actually pretty cool. I actually showed this off in the promo I did the other day. But this Ninja Turtles Jason Aaron #1. Oh my god, this one was a Cape and Cal Con exclusive, but I was actually able to get it at Memphis Comics Expo. So there you go. And I got this right here, the Spectacular Spider-Men, the Miles Morales variant, which is pretty freaking good. Also, by the way, if you're not reading Spectacular Spider-Man, what are you doing with your life?
New issue just came out this week.
Yeah, #9. Oh, and the Calica cover. I got the Calica cover. This is a foiled Calica cover right here. for her first appearance. I got the Virgin. Well, she's anything but that. The Virgin version of the Punchline first appearance.
Where
And
is that actually?
what's that?
Where is that food recently? I have not.
I don't know. I saw her in something recently. I actually saw her in something recently. And I got this one right here. This is a also okay. So the same person that did this cover,
Yeah.
Maria Wolf, also did this cover for that Storm series. This is the limited, the one that I think it was Ann Nocenti. The one that she did. Well, I didn't. I'll be brutally honest. Didn't care for it as much, but I do love this cover. This cover is amazing.
All of you that can't see this cover because y'all listening to this while y'all on the freeway right now in traffic, this will be pretty good time to tell you get y'all asses on YouTube and subscribe and stop always listening to us on Spotify, even though it's appreciated. But then,
yes,
every time he says this right here and this right here and this right here, and all your ass can do is listen to the paper that's in his hand and shit, it would be beneficial to you all to come watch us live on YouTube every Saturday.
Also, I do want to give a shout out. I want to give I promise we'll get to talking about One World Under Doom in just a minute, but I wanted to take a moment because I didn't actually get a chance to do this. First off, I want to give shout out to Martheus Wade and the rest of the Wade clan. They are a group of comics creators who are local to my backyard here in Memphis, and also. I always, I never thought I would ever say this before, but the family that makes comics together, I think stays together. But this is a deal. Martheus Wade, whole brother, who is just awesome guy, really cool, laid back, super down to earth, and he is not with that Fox News bullshit. I love him to death. Martheus Wade has a comic series called Shinobi Ninja Princess, and I actually picked up his he had a hardcover sitting on the table at MCX, so I got to scoop this up, and it is both written and drawn by him, both himself and his wife Janet provide inks for the book. And if I am not mistaken, both Janet and Martheus, and they also have some other people that work on it as well that provide colors. And their son, Anakin, also does variant covers for them from time to time. So it's a really cool book. It's a really cool book. I like it. It's got kind of a like minus the color that's because it's a book that is colored. It is very much kind of manga like inspired and themed, but really good, solid work. I love it. I will also take a moment to, oh god, can I reach these? I don't know if I can reach these without breaking my fucking wrist. Also got this one from them, Jeddah, which is also kind of in the same same line of whatnot. This one is 100%. I think this one's actually almost 100% by Martheus. He does both the art and the story. It's solid stuff. Where I think like Shinobi is more of a kind of a shonen. This is more of a seinen, and all that entails. If you know, you know. Basically, what I say is this is a slightly more adult series. And then where to go? Here I got. Oh, also right here, I actually got to holler at a couple of homies over on who might be in the chat right now. I'm not 100% certain, but Chandler Wilson, who does Future Shock, which is a pretty solid series. I like it a lot. He has his own independent imprint, Shockwave Comic Studios. I got to chit chat with him. He's got some pretty good stuff going on here with the Future Shock series. Highly recommend. Look him up. Your boys on Instagram, all that stuff. Doing the damn thing. Charles Banks, who does the DI Universe. Let's see. Got a couple of joints from him. Sky Theocracy, it's pretty solid story. Love it. And let's see, where was the other one that I got? Oh, and then my boy Travis B. Hill, which I actually thought this was so awesome because, like, you know, I always joke about the fact that yeah, man, we don't get we don't have enough black and brown heroes out there. And Travis was goodly enough to put me on game about his book. I just didn't expect that this was what it was going to be, because Travis is a whole white dude. And he actually writes black people really well. But Thorn is a really good series. I actually highly recommend go check it out. He actually is a collab. Well, I don't think they ever actually got to release it because some fuckery happened with it on the publisher side of things. But my boy Quinn, who's providing art for my comic, they have worked together before, and just all around good people who are all like right here in my backyard.
Yeah. So those were a lot of good comics that you just showed the world, everybody watching, listening. But there's somebody in the chat like that said they were so behind with comics, it's not even funny. The only comic that they read month to month is Spawn and King Spawn.
Oh,
and
God.
King Spawn is the best comic out. Of course you would say King Spawn is the best comic out, because that's one of two goddamn books that you fucking read. So
I'm about to say, wait, is this a Todd McFarlane burner account?
It's clear that you need help, sir. If you think that King Spawn is the best comic out right now, and that's coming from a Spawn fan. Now, if it is such an issue for you because you said that you are so far behind in comics, it's not even funny. Ernie, is there a way that we can help him get caught up to speed in all these books that he is missing out on?
You know, it's funny you mentioned that, because as a matter of fact, there is. You can totally go to the link in the description, or you could type in !GCX. That will take you to the website, globalcomics.com. And if you do that, you will get 33% off your first 1 year subscription. This gives you access to everything. You get the whole store, all the comics. You can get everyththing from Dark Horse just got added, DC Comics just got added, Image, Top Cow, Boom Studios, Dynamite, AWA Upshot. Pretty much everybody except Marvel and IDW right now. You can literally get it all the most amazing comics. I was literally just reading your All-Star Superman on GlobalComix. Fantastic. Was also just recently reading some of what I think is easily one of the best crime comics on there. I was going back and rereading New Burn because that is on there. You can also read a lot of the Energon universe stuff that's coming out right now. You can read Transformers. You can also read, to my understanding, you can read Void Rivals. I think they just added Scarlet, and I believe Destro might also just recently have been added on. You can also read Gargoyles. You can read Thundercats. You can read all the great comics you hear, that we talk about, like, what was it? One of Carter's favorite comics, Midlife, is on there. Saga is on there. There are so many amazing comics that you can read. I mean, honestly, there's more amazing comics on there than you can shake a stick at. Like, honestly, a 1 year subscription, you could literally read everything. You would have all the time in the world. You could maybe read everything, and they're always adding more stuff. So there you go. But yeah. Also, I saw Sorry G just put up in there talking about the go read G.I. Joe. Okay, so it's funny you mentioned that. There is actually a video forthcoming for G.I. Joe. So this week I had Robo already bogged down in a few different videos. I think he is editing both a Scarlet and Destro video for me as we speak. And y'all saw I dropped Absolute Batman yesterday, and the Uncanny X-Men #5 the day before that. I actually had intended to release videos for Black Lightning and G.I. Joe, Transformers 14. There's another an Amazing Spider-Man 61, but I just one guy. I can only do so much. I can only do so much. I'm but one man. I am but one man. But no, all that said, there were so many amazing comics that came out this week that honestly, it was a fool's errand to even try to talk about everything I enjoyed. But yeah, hey, it's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the beast. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Huh? What are you gonna do? I'm just saying. But that said, yes, go take care of that. And I'm just gonna bring this up just for a moment longer. You may notice there's a QR code that is on here. I'm actually going to have I'm actually talking with the team at GlobalComix to see if we can get a legit custom QR code. But the QR code, that is going to take you to the app. If you scan that QR code, it'll take you to the phone app, because there is a phone app. You get on the phone app, you can read on there. And I think the experience is like, I like the desktop site. I use the phone app more than anything else. I like to use a desktop site just to kind of search through stuff a little bit more than what I normally would on the phone. But if you do that, that'll take you to the app. Download the app. If you use the promo code GCX, Blerd Without Fear, on the app, you will get the same deal. 33% off your first 1 year subscription. You do that. Like I said, Blerd Without Fear's got you. Also, it's a good way to support the channel because while they are allowing me to pass on the savings to you, I also get a little bit of kickback off that as well. So if you want to support the channel, that is one of but many amazing ways that you can. That said, we got some super chats. And then we're gonna hit these super chats, and then we're gonna talk about One World Underdoom. Well, I promise you, people, it will happen. I promise you. Have I ever been known to intentionally lie to you? I say intentionally because sometimes I might forget. First and foremost, I also do not want this to go unnoticed. I have to address Bone Factory in here with the $5 over on the Streamlabs side, and I have to do this because I gotta point this out. Y'all, if you want to support the channel, and like I said, Carter and I have been very vocal about this. If you want to support the channel, I don't really care how you do it. You can support us through super chats. You can support us through memberships, clicking the GCX links, or what have you. I don't care. You do you. You do you. However, if you support us by clicking that link that's pinned at the top of the chat on on YouTube or on Twitch, or I'm not mistaken, if you do if for whatever reason, if you're on a platform where that stuff's not visible to you, if you type in !support in the chat, and that's on both YouTube and Twitch, it'll pull that link up for you. Twitch is going to be a bit faster with it, so if you type it in on YouTube, it might take like 2 seconds longer. Like, it's not going to be as instantaneous, but it will pop up. You'll see the Streamlabs mod bring the link up. You click on that link, and if you donate that way, Carter and I, and it's the same on Nerds of Culture as well with me and Robo, we get almost all the bread that you send our way. Like, because what happens is, if you do super chats, which by the way, I love super chats. Yeah, don't take those away. But if you do those, 30% of that money goes to whoever owns Google. 30% of the money goes to whoever owns Google. If you donate on Twitch, Jeff Bezos is getting half. Let's just go ahead and just be honest about that. But if you donate through the Streamlabs link, and I know not everybody can, but like if you donate through the Streamlabs link, we get all but like 1 or 2% of that money. So I just putting that out there. But first and foremost, I want to address the Bone Factory out here with the $5. Says, Ernie, have you checked out FML by Kelly Sue DeConnick yet? I read it last night before nap time. Yes, I did. That was probably one of the first comics I read Wednesday. Okay. For those that don't know, FML, it is probably what it sounds like. So it is so to give you the basic breakdown of it, it's basically a coming of age story. It's a world essentially where bad things are just happening all the time. Like kids are writing like book reports and doing projects and school classes on like just terrible things that have happened in the world, like mass shootings and just crazy occurrences and stuff. And these people, these kids, they're just trying to exist in this world. And I don't really want to say a whole heap of a lot about it, because honestly, the colder you go into it, the more cold you go into it, I think the better off you're going to be. Yeah. I think the better off you're going to be. As a matter of fact, here, the most I am willing to do, in terms of of showing off the book, because I really feel like it's one of those things. I think you should know as little as possible going into it. Here, I'm gonna we'll do this here. I'm gonna pull this up right. This is the cover for it, in case anyone's wondering. Yeah. But yeah, this world, like I want to use this part of it, just this one page right here. Like just to kind of, this is really just to set the tone of the type of world they live in. You see at the very top, the teacher at the top is saying terrorism journals are due this morning. That means before lunch on the My School app. Basically kind of making fun of Class Dojo. Artistic responses to an act of carnage of your choosing are due at the end of this week. That's just to set the tone for what kind of story you're about to read. And it's also kind of digging a little bit into what it is like to be not just a child girl, not just I say child, these are teenagers, they're still children to me. Not just children who are growing up in this type of an environment, but also to be a parent to a child in this kind of environment, especially one who used to be I think it's kind of it's focused on quite a bit. Yeah. But the child and the main character, his mom used to be like a big time like punk rock performer, singer, and like now, like in here, I'll actually show you this because this isn't really like spoilery, but like you kind of see like down here, you see somebody, oh yeah, before she was my mom, she was Patricia Reynolds Maloney, aka Patty Cake, and you see her up, she's like singing punk rock and whatnot. Her band's name is Mommy's Mad and this, that, and the third, and now she's a whole soccer mom and just trying and she's just trying to do her best. She's just trying to do her best, and she's not particularly good at it, and the teenager is not particularly good at being a teenager. It's a very cool coming of age story. So if you're a fan of coming of age stories of that magnitude, things that are a little bit of kind of a dark comedy, I would actually highly recommend FML. Also, if you're just in general a fan of Kelly Sue DeConnick, who I am. Kelly's to be fair, Kelly Sue DeConnick is actually responsible for reminding me how much I loved Captain Marvel. Because it was her run of Captain Marvel that kind of reintroduced me to the character. I've been reading, she was Miss Marvel for a long time, but like, it was just like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, this is what I've been waiting on. And also her Wonder Woman Historia is fantastic. Completely recontextualizes the Amazons and DC universes we know them. And she's a fantastic writer and a good person. She's actually nice person. So that's a bonus.
Okay, so with you saying all of those things, I want to come from the other side of the spectrum real quick. I want to tell you about a book I've read where we've been talking about this individual because of the sick ass stories that he has written that we were not that big of fans of.
Oh,
and
yeah.
considering who you just had an interview with not too long ago that put you on game about certain people.
Mhm.
There's a distillery book I started reading recently called Life from, we're going to say current member of the Ginu Force, Brian Azzarello.
Yeah.
But the thing with this book is that it's co-written by Brian Azzarello. The other writer on this book with him is who I'm actually a fan of, is Stephanie Phillips.
Okay. All right. I'm with you. I'm with you.
So take DC all in. It's a flip book. You got Snyder on one side, you flip it, you got Joshua Williams on the other side, right? This distillery book it's two stories that culminate in one thing. You have the pro side and the con side. One reason I started reading this book was just because of the overall premise. It's about you know how we've seen people when they get like these like goofy sentences in courtroom, like these horrible people when they get double life and triple life sentences and things like that, right? This book, it's a sci-fi story. It takes place in the future to where those people who get these double life, 30 years plus life sentences, and normally we all know that means in the current day, okay, if they got double life, then they're just going to be in jail till they die.
Yeah, you died in jail, Pip.
In this book, they are injected because of this company that works with the prisons, which is kind of making it a point to bring up how a lot of these big ass companies run these goddamn prisons. They are injected with something. You don't know what it is, but if motherfucker got like double life, they ain't going nowhere, big dog. I will give you an example to what I mean. Some dude had 3 life sentences. He got injected, and all these people, these are the worst of the worst you can think of. They're shipped to this planet because the people that run this prison are a mining company, and they want these prisoners to mine diamonds for them. But the dude has 3 life sentences. He gets injected, and he was like, nope, I'm not doing this. My life is over. Fuck it. He climbs this forklift, jumps off, kills himself. You think. Next panel, you see that motherfucker with bones poked out of him, screaming and hollering for somebody to kill him. Because in this story, people that have those sentences, they don't get to die. They get to work off all that goddamn time.
Yeah, if I say I'm with you, Leaders. Wait, so this sounds like Freedom Wars.
Yeah. So what I like about, so that's one part of it. So they're all on this planet, okay? We got 2 certain bad cons that we're introduced to, and a ship arrives on the planet, which is the first time that they have seen other people in 200 years because communications on that planet died. So they've been stuck there for hundreds of years and can't get off. A ship shows up, and now you have one half of the book that is these cons trying to figure out a way to get off of this fucking planet. And then the other side of the book is with the pros. The ship that landed are a bunch of thieves that are there to steal the diamonds that are on the planet. But they don't know that those cons are on that planet. So it's like a heist movie and also a prison break movie in one. And I'm actually shocked because I don't see a lot of Brian Azzarello-isms in this book, and I think it's because Stephanie Phillips reins that old ass motherfucker in.
Like,
so
like every time that motherfucker trying to he's like, hey, can I make this black character have some gold teeth and some grills and talk like, and here comes Stephanie.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. I haven't seen an inkling of Cage. I haven't seen an inkling of 100 bullets. And I know a lot of people love 100 bullets, but if you read it early on with a lot of them stereotypes he did about Hispanic people and black folks and Asian people, you just take my word for it.
I'm hey, can I put a Mr. Terrific in here, like a black character with a back tat that just says "fair play" on the back of it, and she gonna look at that motherfucker and be like,
We do not care.
like, no, we ain't doing that. We
And
ain't doing
again,
that.
God, Thanos, it is not okay. You saying Azzarello wrote this? No, it's Azzarello and Stephanie Phillips. It's two people together. So
wait,
I feel
whose
like
name is first? Who has top billing on the writing?
Brian. It's Brian Azzarello and Stephanie Phillips. That's how it is.
Interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I know. But
So you know why?
I'm with you.
We know why.
Absolutely. But I'm with you. I feel like if he goes too far off the deep end, I feel like Stephanie is there with a squirt bottle. Just get his ass real quick. But,
Look, she'd be a little bit like,
yeah, that's exactly. You can't make me think otherwise, because when I think it's about to go that way, it feels like something reins him in, and he's able to do
Bring
a
it
straight.
back.
He's able to bring it back, and you can't make me believe otherwise. It's Stephanie Phillips with that squirt bottle. Nope, get your nope. Make this concise. No. So
she says, stop.
yeah, that's what I've been reading. It's 3 issues in right now, but the third one does some stuff I didn't really like when it goes to like telling you, like it's giving you backstory, but it does it in a really strange way. But the first 2 issues I really enjoyed. And I don't want this to sound a certain way, but I'm pretty sure you all can figure out like whose side I enjoyed more than the other person.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. Everything you're saying about this, everything you're saying about this book. I mean, it sounds it sounds legit. It sounds it sounds legit. However, I must admit, I do have a few misgivings about it. It sounds like
A little political, in my opinion.
yeah, it sounds like a little political. It's a little political. But I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with it too. When they do the whole reveal of this company owning the planet, and that's the company that, because the heist, the thieves, you know, they're doing their due diligence, trying to figure out everything like that. So when they start going into backstory and stuff like that, I said, oh, I see what you're doing. Plus, I've been rewatching the Mayor of Kingstown, and they've been talking about that too. Yeah, I got what y'all asses was doing. So yeah, there's a little bit of that in there, but yeah, dude, it's the heisters trying to steal these diamonds, and they're killing people that can't be killed pretty much because they've been injected. So when you see them, because you see them originally in the story when they look like you and me, but when the thieves see them, it's these old, decrepit, nasty looking motherfuckers, long beards, long fingernails, looking like Voldemort and shit that can't die, pretty much.
Damn.
So
I really like
that's been a fun little book. There are 3 issues out. I'm pretty sure that issue 4 is going to be the final issue from that one. But yeah, man, I'm actually I'm shocked, but at the same time, I'm happy about it because I've enjoyed Stephanie Phillips with Grimm and stuff like that. So
Stephanie Phillips is great.
The fact that she got the squirt bottle on deck and is making a fun distillery story, I dig it.
Well, I mean, I also just appreciate it because I actually really enjoy her work. She's because to be fair, Grimm was actually some of you who were around back during the top 5 comics of the week era. Y'all probably remember Grimm was regularly like from issue 1, I think damn near almost every week that a Grimm issue came out, it was always consistently in the top 5. From issue 1 on up to when we stopped doing it. I will say this though, just to kind of address something I saw Trap God Thanos say a little bit earlier. Said let's see here, can I pull it up? Oh, there it is. I made it go away. Says, if I read Savage Dragon and like that, would you recommend FML? No.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with. And also said, let's see, we got another one here. This is actually from the Elite X1. This is over on the Streamlab side of things. Says, does Todd McFarlane not realize that people would probably appreciate a Sam and Twitch streaming show series instead of this overly late Spawn film he keeps pushing. Give that shit to the True Detective production crew and run it. You've been had the scripts. Now, so this is the thing. I think Spawn's time has passed. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
I'm enjoying Sam and Twitch.
Well, no, and that's why I'm saying it, because I feel like some of the Spawn spinoff books have been better than the main title. I feel like Sam and Twitch has more. I mean, I know this sounds controversial because I'm saying that 2 white characters have a more interesting story than the 1 black character. But let's be real. There's not really, man. Okay, look, all right, look. Okay, look. I'm gonna just say this shit. I'm gonna rip the Band-Aid off, and y'all just gonna have to be mad at me. But well, yes, Spawn is a black character. I don't even think of him as such because Todd McFarlane doesn't even think of him as such. Todd McFarlane's been very vocal about the fact that, like, well, yes, Spawn is a black man. He didn't write him that way. He literally said that he wanted Spawn. The whole reason why motherfucker had a burnt face is because he wanted that motherfucker to be faceless so that anybody could identify with him. So when people say shit like that, I'm just kind of like, okay, whatever, dude. All right. So like that's also kind of the reason why I think that, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, hell, they had a white man as Spawn for a while, and half of y'all didn't even notice. It was a whole white man running around as Spawn. White man. White. And nobody noticed. And nobody noticed. That is how much it doesn't matter. That you know, and I'm not for the erasure of black characters, like, obviously, but like, yeah, it's one of those things. I'm like, yeah, man, y'all could cut that Spawn movie shit. Make a Sam and Twitch TV show. Make a Scorched TV show or movie or some shit. Make a shit. You can do Gunslinger Spawn for all I fucking care. Point is, I think that just Spawn as a brand, it's either shit or get off the pot. So there you go. I what?
I was gonna ask on that. No, you want to finish the rest of these super chats? Oh Lord.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. It just is how I feel. It's just how I feel. I'm sorry. I can't. Yeah. I can't. When someone who creates a black character tells me that they didn't, like, especially if it's a white creator, and they tell me that a black character they created, they intentionally created the character to be faceless so that anybody could identify with him, and it's like, okay. That like, honestly, that to me is about as egregious as Jeff Johns, taking away Cyborg's dick in the New 52. Like, I'm sorry, but yeah, look, I apologize to anyone with sensitive ears. Danger. But I'm just saying, like, because you know what it is? I feel like when Jeff Johns looked at that shit, I feel like when Jeff Johns saw Cyborg in the New 52, he was just like,
a little 70s, a little 60s. It's a little black power, a little political, in my opinion. That's basically what
he said. He said, "All right, we got to cut that shit off. We can't have him running around here we can't have this man running around as Metal Mandingo." And that's how I feel about Spawn. I feel like Spawn is one of those characters, like, he's black, but like, is he though? Like, is he really? Like, he's not written that way. He's not written that way. Not really. And actually, this right here, what Elite X1 just said. Only time it mattered that Spawn was black, in my opinion, was when he ended up lost in the South that time and turned a racist KKK dude into a black man. We know how that book ended. Exactly. That's it. That, and when he tried to go back, I'll add an addendum to that. When he tried to go and see his wife, like, early on in the first, like, few issues of Spawn, and he tried to turn himself back to normal, and he turned himself into a white dude. Oddly enough, the same white dude who took over as Spawn. Like 200 some odd issues later or whatever. Anyway, moving on from that, we have also got let's see here. We got another one here. We're gonna hit Levessa the Samurai real quick, and then we're gonna get to the super chats. We got one here says, I support with my money. It was probably just my ears, but Roy Jones Jr. sounded like the Elite X1 last light night to me. Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna hold y'all. There was a couple of times I had we were talking about the Jake Paul Mike Tyson debacle that happened last night. There were a couple of times when Roy Jones was talking, I was half expecting him to start talking about an indie video game recommendation, like halfway through the conversation, like just in the middle of talking about the fight, and be like, and that's why Balatro is the game you need to be playing. Like, that's what I was half expecting to happen somewhere in there. But that said, we also got another one here. This is from Gokon Sure His Baby's Father with $2. Says, I'm done with celebrity boxing. Done, I tells you. Hey, look. I'm just saying, dude, let them go. Don't ever let the motherfuckers get you again. Don't ever let them get your money again. I saw the shit for free and was mad. But no, we also got Gearless Mo out here with the 1999 super chat. Says Carter presents. That was a nice setup. Reminded me of the 90s Bulls. Nicely done. Also, get those likes up. See,
Yeah,
look at
I don't know how I get those GlobalComix up. It's just easy layups. That's all.
It's how we do, man. That's how we do, man. You look, you kick the rock to me, and I just go for the easy layup, man. It's crazy. Oh yeah, dude. Last night. Yeah, Roy Jones did not stop talking about Mike Tyson's legs the whole time. I was like, damn, Roy, you really want that motherfucker to fight you again. You really want that smoke. We also got Don, Bessie, and Heim out here with the 10 months in the Blerd Club. Gold Mine says, thank you for the great shout out, helping you appreciate God's is just the Lord's work. Partly metal, partly real. Turbo Teen. Get the likes up. Oh God, not Turbo Teen again. Ugh. Dude, I'm not Carter. You were around for a little bit of that conversation, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
I'm not gonna lie. So for one, to tell you how excited I was for all the Silverhawks news that I received.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for one, I was actually walking around the house like humming the fucking theme song all goddamn day and all week. But I have also had this fucking nightmare fuel in my fucking face for like the last week. Like it's been to the forefront of my brain and I can't unsee it again. So if I have to see it, everybody else has to as well. Also, I think he said, take it away. He said, please, take it away. I'm sorry, y'all. If I have to see it, y'all got to see it. Also, shout out to Gearless Mo. Also, man, dropping the hundo bomb out here. Says, let's make this a thing. Carter, the Blerd without filter. I like that. That's actually pretty catchy. We also got the $2 super chat out here from Mr. GQ Smooth. That's your name now. That's gonna be Mr. GQ Smooth with a VE. That's what's got to be. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. It just is what it is. Just accept it. Say here to support. Great show as always. We appreciate you. Thank you for that. We have also got The Bone Factory back again with another 5. Says Brian should be treated like I have an idea, but someone else should write it. Man, you know what? Honestly, man, it's crazy to really consider, but really, there are some people out there that are like that. There are people that like they have great ideas but aren't good at executing them, and I even myself think I'm guilty of it in some respects. Like. There are ideas that I'll have sometimes, and I'll be like, man, that's a smooth ass idea. I should give it to somebody else so they can do something with it.
Hey, the first thing that pops into my head, and I know I'm gonna get flack for this. Ooh, Lord.
Was
Frank Miller, The Dark Knight, The Master Race.
Oh yeah, no, thank you, no, thank you. I'm super straight
Give
on
it to somebody else.
Yeah,
and I ain't just talking about writing. I'm talking about art too. Take your
everything.
different ass over there in your rocking chair. Go put it on PAX 50 and go watch Matlock and Touched by an Angel, Frank.
Lord,
Go away.
man,
Go away.
I'm sorry. I
Oh,
just,
Lord.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. There, you know what? Look, sometimes we just gotta let that old shit go. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm just saying. Sometimes we gotta let it go. I'm just saying. We also got LP3 with the 5 says, Happy Saturday, K. Black Lightning and Avengers 20 were awesome this week. Actually, I need to read Avengers 20. Shit. Always good to see T'Challa in his glory.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I need to yeah, I gotta do that. Shit, that's another thing I forgot to fucking read. Because I think what was the other thing I didn't read Avengers 20 this week. I need to get on that. Oh god, there was something else that I was supposed to read this week that I think I did not. And I'm almost positive it was a DC book that I forgot to read. Either way, it'll come to me eventually. That said, let's go ahead and do it, man. We've been bullshitting for a while. Let's go ahead and get into let's go ahead and get into our first thing, which is obviously going to be the One World Under Doom stuff, because that's been the big thing. That's been the thing that everybody has been talking about. Dr. Doom is out here acting a whole monkey in these streets. This motherfucker's out here. He's got the cloak of levitation. He's got the eye of Agamotto. This motherfucker is probably out here doing the winds of Watum and by the hoary host of Hogarth and all sorts of other bullshit.
He used one of them on Spider-Man this week.
Oh yeah, no, Spider-Man caught it this week. First of all, Spider-Man caught it hard. I don't think I've ever seen Spider-Man get bodied this hard ever in my life. But no, man, MF Doom, if MF Doom could have lived to see this shit, he'd have been so goddamn proud. He'd have cut an album specifically for this shit. He'd have been like, yeah, One World Under Doom. He said, I got the album ready. Let's go. But no, he was acting a whole monkey over these last couple of months, but really especially just now. But for those, I guess, yeah, because this is always someone's first show, so I'm gonna do my due diligence. I'm gonna make sure I take care of you guys, make sure y'all fully understand what the fuck is going on here, because God knows Marvel ain't trying to do a good job of it. That said, for those who have not been keeping up, during the Marvel Comics event Blood Hunt, some of you may remember that Blade had lost his whole goddamn mind and basically got possessed. Oh yeah, I actually need to fix your camera on this one. My bad. I apologize. I'll fix it as I speak. So stay where you gonna be. Stay where you gonna be. I got you, pimp. I got you. Don't you
Before
sweat
he
it.
finishes bringing up Blood Hunt, I know some of you all might be remiss in thinking, wait, do we need to read the Blade series and then read Blood Hunt to know why Doctor Strange got there? No.
Nope. You actually don't. As a matter of fact, you like it's one of those. It would be like, nah, man, you good? Yeah, you good? No, don't worry about it. You good? But yeah, it's here. I'm gonna scoot this over just this way, just a touch. I like to have a little bit of real estate. A little bit of real estate right there. But no.
Has Strange been alive long? Because I feel like Clea just got him back from the whole Strange series and everything away.
No. He can't. Look, that motherfucker got 10 issues and got clapped after coming back. Lord have mercy. So, and here's the thing. Dr. Doom had already been angling to get the office of Sorcerer Supreme. He's been angling for the office of Sorcerer Supreme for quite some time. But one thing I think a lot of people probably forgot about is the fact that over the course of this, because Doctor Strange was dead, he was in his astral form, he could not really affect any actual change in the world to help stop the events of Blood Hunt. So the only person who could do what needed to be done was Doctor Doom. But in order to do this, Doctor Doom had to be given the office of Sorcerer Supreme. And Doctor Strange, much to the chagrin of Clea and probably everyone else in attendance, it didn't make no goddamn sense. He handed over the office of Sorcerer Supreme to a fucking mad lad like Doctor Doom. And thus, we wind up with this. Also, I love the fact that he, and this should have told you what time it was. The fact that when Doctor Strange was like, all hail the Sorcerer Supreme, and that man said, no, all hail Doom. Dude, you should have known right then and there. It was over. It was a wrap.
It's not funny unless you say the whole thing. He gave Doom the title and the power of Sorcerer Supreme with caveat that he would give it back to Strange when he saved the world. You got to put that in there.
I am remiss in not bringing that up. That is true. He actually did promise he would give the office of Sorcerer Supreme back. He did not give it back. And when Doctor Strange said, "Hey, so you saved the world. Okay, so can I get my toy back?" And Doom was like, "Man, get your ass up out of here." He said, "Man, yeah. Let me show you." He's like, "I'm not done yet." He's like, "I still got more world to save."
This was one Marvel event. You finna have me for at least a year, big dog.
Yeah, he said, "Look."
The world ain't saved from one Marvel event. Go on there.
No, he said no. He said, look, he said, Strange, you know we get like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 50, 11 crossovers a year. You know I ain't done. You know we ain't done. This was just Blade.
Looked in the future and saw how many tie-in books that were going to be dedicated to him and said, yeah, this is me.
Yeah, he's like,
yeah, this me.
He's like, look, that motherfucker said, oh, yeah. Yeah. Look, matter of fact, the second, first off, you already know when Steven fixed his lips to be like, hey, Doom, can I get my shit back? You already know Doom was like, shit.
Doom looked in the future and saw that night terrors trembled in fear at the amount of tie-in books that were dedicated to Doom and said, yep. This
is it. He said, I'm in. He said, nah, I am in. I ain't mad at him, though, because I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't have gave him his shit back either. I was like, you a goddamn fool for giving it to me in the first place.
Yes.
You a fool to begin with. Well, as it turns out, we learned very quickly that One World Under Doom was going to be kicking off. And for those, well, actually here, we'll do it like this. There we go. For those who are not familiar, One World Under Doom is the new year-long story arc Marvel is kicking off. And it is not just really, now there is going to be an actual dedicated One World Under Doom like comic. Don't get me wrong. That is going to be a thing. But yes, as Carter alluded, there's going to be a line-wide crossover that is effectively going to last almost the entire year. It's really going to be about almost the entire year. And I say that because it's not just going to be like, oh, here's the one issue here, then we're going to have like some tie-ins and stuff. No, like there's going to be like new series and a lot of comics are going to be incorporating this story arc into their already ongoing story arcs. And yeah, honestly, this might be one of the most ambitious line-wide crossovers Marvel's done since like the original Heroes Reborn.
This year next year is gonna be 2020 Doom.
Yeah, it really is. It's like what was Look, he's on some Cash Money Millionaire shit for the 2000 and the
Mega
99.
Man
But he's
the
like,
fucking 20XX is gonna be the 20 LV, 20 Latvian Victor. That's what it's gonna
yeah,
be.
which is
2020 Doom, dog.
that is that's insane. It's absolutely insane. But like we kind of see here just in the in terms of some of the bruh, that motherfucker said, look, this is my shit now. This is my shit now. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? You ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit.
Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna keep it A1 because I'm looking at the cape and I'm looking at the symbol on the podium and behind Victor.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me you don't see the spawn of it all in that image. You can't tell me you don't see it.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Marvel
can't
gave
tell
us a
me
better
you can't see
spawn. They gave us the better spawn. They say, hey man, here's the real spawn. Y'all know how.
Hold on. See, I got to refresh YouTube right the fuck now. It's 2,700 people in here right now. I know y'all see the spawn of it all. Y'all see the spawn of it all.
Well, I will definitely say, for I need to. I'm gonna have to go back and look and see what the like situation is looking like. But what's the like situation looking like over there? I'm gonna have to hold. Do I need to? Do I need to pull up the dashboard and see what the like situation?
Well, they could be better. They could be better. They could be better.
Man, look,
coming in here. They could be better. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm gonna need them to come on up. I see 162 likes, 270 some folks here. I'm gonna need to see that shit at least hit like 220, 240, 250 or something like that. I'm sorry. Yeah, this shit. This math ain't. Look, this math ain't mathing. This math ain't mathing. I will turn on the jazz. Don't think I won't. Don't think I won't. I will do it. I'm not. It is. I'm just saying.
Strange, you're gonna hit us with that burn notice narration. That would be sick, bro. That would be sick.
God damn. Ain't that about a
Man.
bitch? I mean, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Hold on. Let me. Y'all think I'm bullshitting. Y'all think I'm bullshit just because I ain't done it in a while. Just because I ain't done it in a while don't mean that I can't. So, look, we about to here. What's this? Yeah, right here. Yeah. Let's let me pull this up right quick. We about to put the cafe jams on. Y'all about to go. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
You know, at some point, you got to have an image on screen that just says "Nope" while this music is playing.
Hey, don't give me no ideas. Here, I'm just saying. Hey, oh, you know what? You done fucked up.
Yeah, because I can't hear it on their end either.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait. I got you. Hold up. Hold up. We will address that. Oh, because you know what? I bet because I don't have it here. We're gonna do it like this. This is how this is how we fix that. Hold on. Where is my monitor and output? There we go. Hold on. There. Bam. Here. We'll do it like this. We will do it like this. Hold the goddamn phone. We will do it
Oh,
like
Lord.
this.
Y'all could at least let it hit 200. I'm looking at, I'm seeing us at 192 right now. Y'all wow.
Oh
boy.
yeah. No. It's going to come up a little more than that for me. Yeah, it's got to come up a little bit more than that for me. So here, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna sacrifice bandwidth for just a moment, and resources for just a moment. We actually just going, because for whatever reason, Chrome it's Chrome that is being weird, which is kind of the crazy part.
No,
So-
you did not miss the Doom discussion. It hadn't really started yet because we need the likes to go up. Seattle,
Yeah, we
KO.
need to, yeah.
You're on good time right now.
Yeah, so go ahead and hit that like button if you have not done so already, because if not, we got a problem. We gonna have a problem.
2 more people.
Like I said, bring them on up. Let them come on up. Come on up. Come on up. All right, it's coming on
There
up.
we go.
It's coming
Hit
on up. Actually, you know what I'm gonna start doing? Actually, you know what?
What's
This is a way to combat that shit. Because I'm gonna tell you what. So this is actually a good time to bring this up. So some of you may have noticed I don't run ads on the Blerd Cave anymore. I actually started doing it for a while because, well, you know, it would be almost silly not to. But I decided to not do it at all. And but what I'm gonna start doing, because I think what was happening was the way it was doing, I was actually letting YouTube decide when to put them in, so they would just be putting them at a random, and they were never doing them at the same time, so everybody was getting like random ads, like, but when other people weren't getting them. But what will probably end up happening is now I can't put Dynamite on. That'll immediately shut the stream down. They'll be like, yeah, sir, your shit is shut down permanently. But that said, what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start running ads. I'll be like, all right, cool, bet ad, let's go, and then we'll come back and we'll see what happens. Top of the hour ad break. Now we can actually.
Now we can get into the swing of things.
Now we can actually talk about Spawn. We can actually talk about Spawn now.
Doom.
Oh,
we can talk about Doom now.
Oh, wait, no, I thought it was Spawn. We were talking about Spawn, right? Wait, Carter, is this not Spawn?
All that shit talking. Simmons got him, y'all. Simmons got him.
This is Spawn, though, right?
Simmons got him good.
But no, this is Spawn.
Bruh, look
You
at
don't
that
see the
cape.
cape?
Look at that symbol. I'm telling you.
You don't see the cape?
Y'all ain't gonna act like y'all don't see that. Come on now.
No, dude, that's Al Simmons.
Lord have mercy.
That's Al Simmons, ain't it?
Lord have mercy. We gonna talk about Savage Dragon till the lights go up? No, the fuck we aren't. Nope.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. See, first off, that would be torturing myself.
Hell no.
That would be torturing myself.
All right.
I'm just saying. But no,
Yeah.
So what I'm looking at here is we're talking about a one world under Doom. We're talking about what a world run by Dr. Doom actually looks like.
Yeah.
So basically what's going to happen is right here, we have it here in the list. It says one world under Doom will feature Dr. Doom at the height of his powers as Sorcerer Supreme, and Earth's mightiest heroes, Avengers, Fantastic Four, and more are going to be doing everything in their power to stop him. This is going to be a 9-issue series. It's going to be written by Ryan North, who is already writing Fantastic Four as we speak. And also quickly becoming one of my favorite writers. Quickly getting up there. I love Ryan North's Fantastic Four. So I'm curious to see what he's going to be doing with this. He also did you ever read his Secret Invasion? He did the Secret Invasion mini that came out last year.
Yeah. No, I didn't really vibe with it.
Mhm.
If I can be honest with you. I've read some of the Fantastic Four stuff here and there.
Mhm.
But I'm not really as in tune to Ryan North as some would be. But I know that a lot of people praise his Fantastic Four stuff. A lot of people like.
Oh
the
yeah.
Four.
Well, a lot of it's because, okay, so his Fantastic Four run, it basically harkens back to like the old days of Fantastic Four. Like back when you would get like a story of the week or story of the month or whatever. Like, I mean, to be fair, like as he's gone along, some of that's kind of gone away. But like especially in the early goings, like, oh, well, here's an issue that's just about Thing and Alicia. This is an issue is just about Reed and Sue. This issue is just about Johnny. This is the issue is just about this, just about that. Like every story is almost self-contained, except for like some issues like here and there.
Okay, this is something that you can actually help me with because one reason I wasn't trying, if I can be honest here, one reason I wasn't really trying to read the Fantastic Four stuff was because the only thing I had read from Ryan North prior to that was that Squirrel Girl book. And I couldn't I couldn't really not look at him like, maybe this is my own fault, but I couldn't stop looking at him as the Squirrel Girl guy being put on a book like Fantastic Four.
Like,
and then I see that the Squirrel Girl guy is going to be doing a Doom event. It was kind of hard for me to gel with it because I had been reading the Squirrel Girl stuff where she whooping on Galactus and shit like that. So that's one thing with me. So that's one thing where I would ask you, like, is that Fantastic Four with you saying that it's going back to the older stuff? Is it really is it that good of a book?
Oh yeah, I think so. I've liked it a lot. I've liked it a lot. Also, the return. That was also where we kind of got to see a return to form for Doctor Doom, in that series. And there's also a lot of other little stuff that's happened in Marvel that's happened in Fantastic Four that like nobody's talking about because like no one's. I don't think the right amount of people are reading it. But One World Under Doom. Oh, I also forgot to mention RB Silva will be providing art for the series. And for those who are unfamiliar, RB Silva was the one who did the Powers of 10 art. And also, I want to say did Rise of the Powers of 10 as well. So there was that one. I might be misremembering, but I'm almost positive that was the case. So we got that. And One World Under Doom. So the way the solicit says, it says 6 months ago, Dr. Victor Von Doom became Sorcerer Supreme, then disappeared behind Latveria's closed doors, or borders rather. For most, there's enough going on in the world that Doom's absence is not a priority, and some time without him feels like a blessing. Only a few recognize it for what it truly was, the calm before the storm. It is a storm that has now arrived. The world has woken up to a new reality. Dr. Doom, Earth's Sorcerer Supreme, has magically taken over every broadcast medium on the planet and declared himself Emperor of the world, the ruler of the new united Latveria. And shockingly, impossibly, all of Earth's leaders seem to be going along with this. Luckily, whether it's mind control or Doom bots, whatever's affecting them, hasn't affected Earth's heroes. And so they quickly form a strike team to stop Doom's machinations. But will they succeed? And what happens when some begin to welcome their new emperor with open arms, clamoring for one world under Doom? Well, that is a lot. And I can go ahead and tell you right now, just based on some of the things that because we actually have seen a little taste, just a taste, not a whole lot, but just a taste of the book. We actually got a page here. This is actually, to my understanding, from that series. But we got a shot right here. Oddly enough, I love how you were talking about the Squirrel Girl of it all.
Yeah.
Got Squirrel Girl front and center. Look at her. Look at her up there. Look at her. I'm telling y'all, man. She can beat Dr. Doom. She can do it. But you kind of notice there seems to be some lack of unity among the heroes. It seems like not everybody's on the same page. Don't know what Thor is on about, but like, yeah, shit looks wild. Yeah, it looks wild. But that said, for me personally, and here I actually want to pull this one up right here. This is another one. Yeah, seeing all the heroes sitting around the table trying to figure out what to do. The Avengers trying to figure out what's the move going forward with this guy, because like I said, Doom is a whole problem, and he's not playing around. And once again, while this will kick off, this story arc is going to kick off, or at least the main series is going to kick off in February 12th, oddly enough, literally 2 days before Captain America Brave New World comes out. So that's an interesting timeline there. But Carter, we're not done.
Uh-oh.
We're not done. You see, oh wow, dude, you just fucked me up, Triple Dot. You just fucked me up. So here, you know what? I have to investigate. I have to investigate. I think he did. I actually do believe he did. Sideways had a very specific symbol on his face, and I'm almost positive that Triple Dot is right. I'm pulling it up right this second. Okay, I tell you what it is. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not.
But it ain't terribly far away from it. Like, it's not the same, but it's like, it's one of those, like, if I squint, I would be like, ooh. But yeah, that's basically what it is. Here, I'm gonna pull this up just so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. Right here. This is the symbol. This is the symbol that we're talking about. Now to get away from that, you can kind of see once you actually pull up the symbol itself. And here I'm gonna shrink that down just a taste, just so y'all can kind of see. Like, you can kind of see it there. Like, it's not the same, but like the energy is there. The energy is along the same lines, but it's not the same symbol. It would be funny if it was though. Yeah. I would holler more than anybody. But yes,
if you can pull up that image of the heroes trying to figure out what they're going to do about the doom of it all, there is one character that's absent there that I can't see, and I'm trying my best to try to find him. Is that him over there by Cap? Is that Spider-Man there?
Yeah, Spider-Man's there.
Oh, okay, see, I didn't see Spider-Man at first, and I was wondering if maybe that was one of the heroes that had sided with Doom, not because he wanted to,
right?
But because of Amazing Spider-Man that came out this week, where Doom made Spider-Man the champion of Earth, with the Sidorak shenanigans. So I'm just wondering if that was going to be a thing.
Yeah. So for those, I just to kind of briefly touch on that, because like I said, there's a video coming out for us. I don't want to spend too much time on it.
Yeah. We move right.
But yeah, for those that are wondering, because that was actually one of the things that came up was this. It was the Amazing Spider-Man number 61. That's the beginning of the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man story arc. And, it's been no secret. Yeah, he's going to become, he is the champion. He is Doom's champion, and he has been selected for very specific reasons. Yeah. Also, there's some shit that, like, I was like, man, they actually made me do some homework, because I wasn't really paying attention to the Thanos series that came out this year. I actually kind of slept on it a little bit. And there's some shit that they talk about, or something that comes up in this issue that I was like, oh shit, I did not know that was a thing. I actually went back and read the Thanos annual that was brought up, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay. I was like, it explains everything. But to jump away from that, we also know, and it's kind of funny. I just brought up Captain America, Brave New World,
Mm-hmm.
and how this story arc kicks off right before the movie's release. Which, I mean, that there's no real connection there. But I do feel it's interesting that a story arc about a new world order in the Marvel Comics universe is coming out right as a movie that originally was called Captain America New World Order, but is now being referred to as Brave New World, but still has the same isms of change and American terrorism as what it was initially supposed to have, for whatever reason. No one's been paying attention to that. But we know we have a new comic on the way under the banner, pun intended. Red Hulk returns. We've got Red Hulk coming out on February 26th, literally just a week and some change after Brave New World comes out. And we know that this is Brave New World is going to be the introduction of Red Hulk in the MCU, which is just wild to say. Mostly because I thought it would happen sooner. But this is going to be a series by Benjamin Percy. Most of you might know for Wolverine, X-Force, and so on.
God damn it.
What?
I'm gonna fucking read it now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna read this book.
I'm gonna read it too. Jeff Shaw, some of you might know from Crossover,
See,
God
now
Country.
I'm really gonna read this book.
Right? See? You see where I'm going?
That creative team. Jesus.
I'm just saying. Well, and here's the main thing here. This is going to be a story about Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, who is in a cell deep below the ground. He is a prisoner of Dr. Doom, and he is not alone. Brilliant military, criminal, and political minds have been gathered against their will in a prison complex that serves as a think tank to help carry out Doom's plan for global domination. First off, that is nasty work. This motherfucker probably got... Okay, so he got Red Hulk. This motherfucker probably got the leader might be down in there somewhere, though technically the leader ain't really the leader no more, but he probably found a way to get that motherfucker back. This motherfucker probably got Doc Ock and whole laundry list.
Yeah, I was thinking MODOK.
MODOK. This motherfucker. Oh, you know what else he got? This motherfucker probably got Arnim Zola. This motherfucker probably got Baron Zemo. This motherfucker probably look. You know what else? I actually, you know what? I'm gonna tell you who he got. I'm gonna tell you who that motherfucker got. See, y'all ain't thinking about this shit like I be thinking about this shit. Y'all. Look, let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't really be thinking about comics the way I be thinking about comics. Cause see, a lot of y'all probably thinking like, ooh, I wonder what X-Men villains, what Captain America villains, what are all these other characters that they could be introducing in the story that are just to really sell the idea of Doom just having all this power, all this swag. And I'm gonna tell you what, there's one villain a lot of y'all ain't checking for. You know who it is, Carter?
Who was that?
You know he got Paul in that motherfucker. You know he got Paul in that motherfucker. You know he got him. You know he got Paul. Paul is one of the most dastardly, most devious, most diabolical villains in the history of Spider-Man. This man has literally, systematically dismantled the relationship between Spider-Man and Mary Jane. Not only that, he blowing Mary Jane back out right now. Like, and Peter has to be friends with him. He is paying this man's medical bills. You know this man is on Doom's payroll right now. Mary Jane, I bet you that's how Mary Jane gets involved. She's like, man, I ain't seen Paul in like 6 weeks. Where's he at? Where's he at? And she's gonna be like, I gotta figure out where he's at. And then she's gonna find out that, because he's in the think tank. He's in the new intelligentsia. I'm I'm telling y'all, man. Paul, MCU incoming. I'm telling y'all right now, the next Spider-Man movie, Paul's gonna be the main bad guy. Y'all are gonna. Wait, hold on. Ubi do. Say, hurry, this turned out to be true. Marvel to pay you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Look, hey, bro. Paul is the real Craven. Paul is the real Craven the Hunter. This is Paul's last hunt. I'm telling y'all, this, look, hey, I'm just saying, look, y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it here first. Frost Dramas, you ain't shit. Paul moved into Peter's secret lair. Yeah, he's still moving back and forward in the secret lair.
Danger.
Oh, goddamn. I'm just saying. Paul defeated Spider-Man. You goddamn right. Mr. Steal Your Girl. It was Paul who set Varney free. I'm just saying. I'm just telling y'all, man. Look, I know it might sound like I'm joking, but I'm deadly ass fucking serious. That motherfucker is in on this. You know, because Dr. Doom was literally just watching over Peter's life to decide if he wanted him to be the champion. And you know, if he chose Peter to be the champion is only as strong as his greatest nemesis. And his greatest nemesis is Paul. So Paul got to be in the think tank. Got to be. There ain't no way he ain't. You can't convince me otherwise. You can't convince me otherwise. Never. But that said, you know, all fuckery aside, the Red Hulk has other plans. And this is going to be a series that's also going to include characters like Machine Man. Oh my God. A blast from the past. Dude, wasn't nobody checking for Machine Man until X-Men 97. And then thought that motherfucker was a Sentinel. You got Deathlock.
Wait. That motherfucker, was he in that goddamn Iron Man book?
Which
You remember
one?
that? You remember that Iron Man book with the Tony's like new brother that was in the Iron Lung? But then he wasn't
Arno
no more?
Stark.
I feel like Machine Man was in that too.
He might have been. I think he was. Maybe.
Okay, boom. Deck it out. My man, he said he hadn't seen Machine Man since Iron Man 2020. That was the name of that.
That was what it
nasty
was.
book.
Yeah. Okay. And then Alice Combs. Yep. Bam.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's it. So yeah, I was gonna say, man, wasn't nobody checking for Machine Man? But they gonna make Machine Man a household name. They was like, nah. Y'all go put some respect. Y'all gonna put some respect on Machine Man. Y'all best believe. Y'all
Daddy
gonna put some
Kaiju
respect.
said it too. He said, "Hey, now I've read Next Wave. I've been on Machine Man for a minute."
Hey, look, you know what time it is. Oh, but no, we've got we're gonna have a Red Hulk series that is gonna be a sight to behold, I think, because we're gonna be talking about a Thunderbolt Ross who is gonna be, to my understanding, some of you may or may not remember, Ross was dead for a while.
Yes, he was for a good while.
He was gooding in the gulag for a minute, and but he's back. He's back, and he's got his powers back.
And he's evil. You can
And
tell
he's evil.
by the hairline. No good guy has a hairline like that. Look at that. Ernie.
Nah. That man got the Vegeta Widow's Peak, man. Nah,
Can
he
you
is.
show the cover again real quick? I'm gonna show you how we have confirmed the Blerd Without Fear Carter Presents. We have confirmed that is Thunderbolt Ross is a villain. Can you show the cover to this? Just bring it back out real quick.
Oh yeah. Here you go.
Look at the hairline, y'all. Okay, Ernie, look at the hair now. Now, there's something else that is very prominent in this cover to give you another clue that he is a out and out villain. Look at his dirty ass fingernails. Look at them nails. Look at nails.
This motherfucker been digging up potatoes?
Dog. What did you just say? In a cell deep below ground. His nails confirm such. Look at the hairline and the nails. Jesus Christ. Why are they so prominent on this cover? That hairline, I'm telling you, the Ginu force is all over this, Ernie.
Dude, I'm telling
you.
Dude.
Say it's a goddamn conspiracy. Ain't no goddamn conspiracy. Ginu force is all over this.
Look, Berta and Jace are out here. But no, for those that don't know, this is gonna be, and this is actually what kind of surprised me a little bit, was that up until I started preparing for the show, I slick forgot that Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross had been brought back, but he didn't have his powers, but he did get his powers back. And it's wild to me that and I guess this is kind of why I almost wish there was a little bit more brand synergy.
Yes.
Across the board.
You put me on game now. I thought that motherfucker was still gone from Immortal Hulk. I didn't know he came back, dog.
So the only reason I knew was because I forget what book it was he came back in. I don't remember the book, but I just remember he was just walking the fuck around, and I was like, I think he's just walking around. I was like, I was like, is that what? I was like, that's Ross, right?
Wow.
That ain't Ross? Shit, that's Ross. He back.
That's crazy.
When?
That's
Who?
crazy.
Who brought
That's
this
crazy.
nasty motherfucker back? And it was like, oh, okay, see. All right, bet. All right, cool. I guess. But no, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's Benjamin Percy, Jeff Shaw. So yeah, I'm a fucking read this shit. Yeah, I'm gonna read it. Yeah, I don't even, and I don't want to be honest. This comes from a motherfucker who don't even fuck with Red Hulk like that. I don't even fuck with Red Hulk like that. I mean, I like him sometimes, but not all the time. I was one of those motherfuckers when Red Hulk came out and then everything had to start being red. You had to get the red She-Hulk.
You can blame Jeff Loeb for that one. I don't know why we had to do that goddamn initiative.
Right? I was like, it was some shit they literally did that shit the end of Iron Man 1 in 2008. They was like, hey, I'm starting something. Have you heard of the Red Hulk initiative? I was like, dude, who signed off on this? I was like, you know what this was? This was some Batman Who Laughs levels of fuckery that they were doing with that shit. Because it was because didn't just we got the Batwoman who stop. I was like, why are we doing this? No one asked for this. No, and I know it sounds crazy that I just said that because I'm normally the guy's like, yeah, sure, yeah, everybody have everything. No. This is where I have to draw a line, because here's the thing. Batman Who Laughs was already oversaturated.
Mm-hmm.
So then you said, oh, wait, the fans are, they think Batman Who Laughs is oversaturated. Hey, here's how we fix this. Johnson, give me a Batwoman Who Laughs. This is the same picture.
Yeah.
It's the same thing they did with She-Hulk, with Red She-Hulk and Red Hulk. I was like, okay, all right, y'all. Okay.
I still don't know anybody who read that Red She-Hulk book, dog. I don't know not a one person. Weedman Way asking what happened. There was this whole initiative. New Hulk. He read. Who is it? Who is this Red Hulk? Motherfuckers figured it out in 3-4. Oh, it's Ross.
It's Ross.
But no. Because look, we got Red Hulk and Ross talking. So who the fuck is it? I'm telling you, it's Ross. Nah, but we just saw Red Hulk and Ross talking. Jeff Loeb just put it in the comment. Life model decoy. It was Ross the whole goddamn
whole time.
Whole
time.
It was so obvious. Oh man. Just
it
go
made me
back
mad.
10 years. Go back 10 years and go read some of that Jeff Loeb stuff and then read some of that
15.
Greg Pak stuff. Yeah.
15 years, because I was because I remember I had taken a hiatus from reading comics around the time that shit started, I had come back from a hiatus of reading comics around the time that shit started, and someone in the shop was like, "Hey man, you should check out that Red Hulk stuff, man, it's crazy," and I was like, "Okay, I mean I'll take a look at it," and the whole time I'm looking at it, I'm like, "It's Ross."
Dog.
And then they're like, well, no, it can't be Ross because Ross is here. Da, 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 da. I was like, dude, I don't care. It's Ross. And then when that shit came out, they said it was Ross. I looked at everybody in that shop. And I was just like,
I remember around the time you and I had first met,
yeah.
across the parking lot was that goddamn Barnes and Noble.
Mm-hmm.
I would always see people in there fucking with the comics, whether they were going in the back of the Marvel hardcovers and taking a picture of the digital copy for their phone and stealing it. But the one book that was never touched, that was either thrown over there somewhere, that was put up here somewhere, put up there somewhere, was the Red Hulk Jeff Lowe book, because then nobody heard about
Look, let me tell you something. Look, I'm gonna just say it like this. In the words of the late Norm Macdonald,
Reviewers are calling it everything from shit to fucking shit.
y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what that means. It's so. Look, Red Hulk was one of the books that, like, if you bought it from in stock trades in the damages pile, it would still be in the original plastic. That shit would still be in the original vacuum seal that Marvel put it in at the warehouse.
It literally Red Hulk had several different creative teams, and it went absolutely nowhere. And it wasn't until Jeff Parker came, and that was the only like good solo series that the Red Hulk had, to where they weren't doing goofy shit and they were actually trying to give that man story.
And here's the thing. That's the problem. And okay,
Yep.
and I want to pull back for a little bit.
Right. I know where you're going. Yep.
I want to pull back for a little bit. Here's the thing. When we introduce these new characters, and I say we as if I have some handle in it. I don't have any handle. I'm just saying, but like, I want the big two to understand this. I want you. I'm talking specifically to Marvel and DC editorial. When a new character comes out that is incredibly popular, that everyone seems to really gravitate towards, I'm going to tell you the quickest way to make a lot of money. Do not oversaturate that character. Now, I know that sounds counterintuitive. You're probably sitting there thinking, but wait a minute, Blerd, what do you mean? If we want to make more money, shouldn't the idea be to put that character out there more? No, stop. Look here. No, that is not what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to oversaturate. When you get a Batman Who Laughs, when you get a, God help you, Red Hulk, when you get any of these characters that people kind of gravitate towards, here's how you do it. You don't oversaturate the market with the character. What you do is you keep that shit on drip feed. Because the thing is, I can't miss you if you don't go the fuck away. That was kind of why I think Gore the God Butcher worked in Marvel until they kept trying to bring that motherfucker back. It's like Gore the God Butcher worked in that Mighty Thor series because he wasn't around very often. He was there for the first story arc of the Thor by Jason Aaron series. And then after the first two story arcs, that motherfucker got pieced up and he was gone. And the thing is, he left his impact and he got the fuck on up out of here.
Yes.
But you start getting diminishing returns when you bring the character back ever so often just for some bullshit. Stop it. The Batman Who Laughs was lit in Dark Knight. Like, I remember that was motherfucker everybody was talking about in Dark Knight's Metal. Everybody's like, oh, bruh, Batman Who Laughs, bruh. Batman Who Laughs, bruh. Like, I was one of the main, I'm part of the problem. I was one of the motherfuckers saying, oh, man, Batman Who Laughs, man. Oh, my God, this dude's so fucking amazing. But then you started having that motherfucker show up on Fortnite. Motherfucker got fucking Fortnite skin, goddammit. That's how much he's been around. Motherfucker had a mini-series right after his shit wrapped up. Motherfucker was showing up in Justice League on the regular. Motherfucker was showing up, had a whole fucking sequel crossover, Dark Knight's Death Metal.
Oh, y'all gave him the abilities of somebody from a praised book in Dr. Manhattan. Like, dog, y'all do it too much. But the thing with the thing with Red Hulk was you did it too much to the point where now you want to put a good writer on it. Now you want to put a good artist on it, and nobody fucking reads it because you already lost them.
You done screwed the pooch. You've already screwed the pooch.
When we see Batman Who Laughs, who cares? The Batman Who Cares now because y'all did it too goddamn much, bro.
Let me look. I'm also saying too. CE, stop. Don't give these motherfuckers no free ideas because you know they. I already said now because you know what? Thanks, CE. Now that you've done this shit. This Halloween, like we're gonna get some fucking like matter of fact was June. I'm gonna see a fucking solicit that's gonna be coming soon for Halloween. Dead Hulk, or oh no, even better. And then once that shit comes out, they're gonna be like, hey, guess what? We got a new one coming out next year. Red Dead Hulk. Oh my god, who'd have thought?
I thought you were talking about the Batman Who Craps when C.E. Ruse said that because I guarantee you DC would do that book and it'd be written by Garth Ennis.
Yes, it would be. It would be. Oh my god, I'm so fucking sick of this shit. Let's get back on track. Let's get the fuck back on track. I apologize. I didn't mean to go off on that fucking diatribe, but
laughs, that'd be disgusting.
Oh my god.
I just thought about Mark Waid. The one way you could beat the Hulk was to just drop a bomb of puppies in front of him. The Hulk Who Laughs. That's how he beat the Hulk. They gave him puppies.
You're right. No, I forgot about that shit. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, yeah.
Mark Waid, check it out.
Yeah, hey, I'm just saying. Actually, and I still find it weird you can't find that shit collected as one thing. That's still weird to me.
They didn't collect it as one thing. That's why.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm shocked they didn't. Like, it's just multiple trades. Which is so fucking weird.
And like the random hardcover when Marvel was doing that for a little bit. When they were doing the little doing them little thin ass trays, they were doing them little thin ass hardcovers.
I fucking hate that shit. Anyway, you know what? Yeah,
what else, brother? What else is coming out with this One World Under Doom? What else we get? Ooh,
so we got a new Thunderbolts series. This is actually gonna be by a couple of our favorite people, Carter.
Okay, give it to me.
So we got Thunderbolts Doom Strike. This will be coming out May the 2nd.
Yeah.
5-issue mini.
Okay.
From Colin Kelly, Jackson Lansing. That's Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty, NYX, and the most recent Thunderbolts.
Yeah, okay, cool. I was gonna say, didn't they just do one? Bet.
Yeah, they've actually been on the Captain America train a lot lately because if I'm not mistaken, they did Sentinel of Liberty. They did the Thunderbolt series. It was a direct sequel to that. And I like them. They're solid. They're solid.
That team is, to me, slowly becoming like the who was it with him? It was Jimmy Palmiotti and oh fuck, I can't remember it now. It was Palmiotti and somebody else because they would always do books together.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, you all know, or like Justin Gray and Jimmy Palmiotti or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a. It kind of reminds me because there's a couple of writers out there that are like that where they just work together very often. Like it,
yeah.
And it almost kind of reminds me of like a Tony Fleeks, Tim Seeley deal too, like with Local Man.
There you go.
Which I always thought was so wild about that book is that they took turns. Because they both wrote it, but they also both drew it.
That's dope.
Because
I never knew that. Wow, I never knew that. That's kind of gangsta. I like that.
They both, because I think they would always have backup stories, and whoever drew the main one, the other one did the backup story, and they would also do covers and variants and shit like that. But to keep it on this though, to get back to the Thunderbolts of it all.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts of it all. This is also gonna have Tommaso Bianchi. Who some of you might know, I think recently did some Silver Surfer stuff. The King Kong, the Great War series over at Dynamite. I know they did some stuff for that. Great artist. So I mean, you know it's gonna be good. The cover that is being shown there is Lionel Francis. You can't sneak that past me. You can't sneak. I'm sorry, man. Lionel Francis, you better not ever commit a crime and be caught out doodling somewhere because that motherfucker will be caught.
That's how I feel about who is that? Dotson. Is it Terry Dotson?
Yeah,
That's
Terry
how I feel about
Dotson.
Terry
Yeah.
Dotson. Like you can always spot a Terry
Oh.
that whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh,
whether that's gonna
yeah.
make you want to read the book or not read the book.
Look.
You gonna spot Terry Dotson.
Look, that motherfucker commit a crime and you just out on the subway or at the park somewhere and see that motherfucker doodly be like, that's that motherfucker right there. Like, that's him. Him. But no, this series, what it's going to be about is the Winter Soldier himself, Bucky, is going to wind up finding himself going toe-to-toe, face-to-face with Moonstone, Atlas, Fixer. I believe Beetle is also in there as well. And many more of the original recipe Thunderbolts. For those who don't remember, and this is actually something I miss the days when we weren't so dialed in on comics.
Mm-hmm.
I miss these days because did you ever read the OG Thunderbolt series? Like I'm talking about the original joint, like before
Original-
Dark Reign, all that shit.
No. I came on the Thunderbolts when Jeff Parker was doing it and Luke Cage was running the show. I didn't even read a lot of the Dark Reign stuff until after.
So I want to do let's do a little history lesson, just real quick, quick.
Yeah.
This was the original Thunderbolts lineup.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what was so gangster about this book is that you read this book, you just start out because there's not really too much of any hint of who they really are.
Mm-hmm.
You read this book, you're like, okay, these are like new heroes. I mean, they're kind of weird and wild looking. I mean, it's very, okay, that's okay, I guess. But then they get to the end of the issue. You see that the main guy, he's taking his mask off. And everybody else is taking theirs off too. They're all like chilling, hanging back, popping a few brewskis or whatever. And all of a sudden you start noticing as he walks past the camera, Citizen V, as he was called.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, I don't have my mask on, but I'm going to put on my mask. Yeah, look, motherfucker, actually, this looks like Spawn right here. Jesus Christ. And when he opens up the cabinet, you see the little frou-frou boots.
Boots.
And you see him put the mask on, and it was like, bruh. That motherfucker is Baron Zemo. This is the
Zemo,
Masters of Evil. These motherfuckers ain't no heroes. These motherfuckers are whole villains. And they were like, oh, hey, here's the breakdown of who everybody really is. And I was like, dude, that was so fucking cool. You can never repeat that. Like, as their name would imply, Thunderbolt, that shit is not going to strike twice in the same place. You'll never be able to pull that shit off again. But that said, because now we know what the Thunderbolts are.
Yeah.
Like going in what time it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always thought that was so fucking cool. Like, that was actually one of the coolest fucking, like, oh my God, what the fuck am I reading? But all of that was basically to say, we're going to be seeing a lot of these characters, most likely. Some of them already mentioned. Some of them were already on that cover. But it says, we're going to see the Thunderbolts and the OG Thunderbolts that are now working for Dr. fucking Doom. And luckily, Bucky will have Black Widow, Songbird, Dime Store Captain America U.S. Agent, and Sharon Carter, I believe, will also be involved, as well as a few, what they say in quotations, surprise wild cards.
I hate that woman is, if there's any inkling of a Thunderbolts anything, that's just Songbird now. Like, that girl is mid-card forever. I feel so bad for Songbird. It is just Thunderbolts or nothing at all.
It sucks too because like actually like so when they did the Dark Reign era of Thunderbolts and
Yes,
kind of like
yes.
a little bit before, actually even before Dark Reign, but kind of like the time leading up to Dark Reign and during Dark Reign, I really liked that iteration of Thunderbolts because that was another time that they had kind of like taken the story and flipped it because now it was no longer like, oh, we're a bunch of villains pretending to be heroes. But no, now it's like, oh, this is a prison program situation. So I was like, okay, this is cool. This is actually more like Suicide Squad. But I really liked Songbird and Moonstone because I was like, dude, I like these characters because, Songbird.
Clashing over who's the leader, but
Yeah.
couldn't stand each other.
It was insane. And not only that, it was also awesome because you took these two characters, they had been elevated up to the next level, and I was like, okay, so maybe there's hope. They might do something more with these characters. Maybe these characters are going to get uplifted again. Maybe they might become more credible threats, or maybe at some point decide to be maybe less evil and maybe more morally ambiguous. And sometimes they fuck around and tease shit like that, but then they never do anything with it. So I don't know, man. Yeah, Songbird and Moonstone will forever just be C-list villains. But yeah, that. But like I said, that's that. And while that is all well and good. That's all well and good. We actually have some other news. I actually have been in contact with the person who is writing our next series.
Okay.
He actually hinted it to me when we last spoke. And for those who know what I'm talking about the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Mick Foley?
Joe Casey.
Oh.
So a while back, some of you may remember, I did an interview with Joe Casey because he's currently writing the Johnny Quest series over Dynamite, but also some of you may remember Joe Casey for a lot of other reasons. Joe Casey was a part of Man of Action, which is responsible for the creation of Ben 10.
Ben Tennyson. Yes, sir.
Yes. He also wrote Wildcats, actually during an era of Wildcats where I thought that like he actually kind of brought them back to form. Like actually put the Wildcats backward because Wildcats got dumb after a while. Like Wildcats started off great and got dumb. Like I'm talking about downright ignorant for a while, and Joe Casey came in and put the Wildcats back on track, so I always appreciate him for that. And he's also doing, I believe it's called Blood Squad 7 over at Image right now, which is kind of a throwback to those 90s eras Image Comics teams.
He was doing that book? Okay.
Yeah, that's Joe Casey right there. Oh, Generator Rex, yep, also responsible for Generator Rex. Yes, he was. So I've been actually in communication, emailing back and forth with Joe Casey for the past couple of weeks. Yeah. And he actually put me on game about this. He actually told me, he said, he's like, is there any way I can come on and maybe help promote the new X title that I'm going to be writing? And I said, oh, a new X title? He said, I can't really talk about it right now, but he was like, the solicit's going to be out in a couple of weeks. I can talk to you about it then a little bit more, and then we'll, go from there. And he sent me even a couple of pics to kind of, get an idea. Or he sent me an article that he did on Substack with a couple of pics. I didn't get anything that nobody else didn't get if you weren't already following his Substack. And I'll tell you what, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what I got from the Substack. He sent me there was a couple of images that came up in here. We'll pull them up here.
Okay.
There was this, and then can we get that one up? Let's see. I'm waiting. This thing's being stupid. And taking a sweet ass time, apparently. Here, let me close all of that. There we go. Okay. Boom. There we go. So there's that. And then he sent me this one. And he was like, can you guess what it is? So my thought was like, oh, are they bringing back? I said, I know it's not X-Force because X-Force is already being written.
Yeah.
And I was like, unless Jeffrey Thorne's leaving the book, I was like, is he going to be taking over X-Force or something? I said, are they like, and when I saw Cable involved, I was like, wait a minute, are they, because not too terribly long ago, Cable rebranded the X-Terminators, which was kind of weird, considering that there was an X-Terminators book going on about roughly the same time as the Cable one-shot. I think it was like either a little bit before or a little bit after the X-Terminators miniseries that came out during the Krakoan era. We had the Cable Reloaded one shot, and there they were rebranded instead of being X-Force again, they called it the X-Terminators. And I was like, oh, is this like, are they bringing the X-Terminators back, but like with Cable's team? No, not at all. This is actually going to be something else. This, let me close that. This is actually going to be called Weapon X-Men. Which I actually thought was a nice little kind of play on, a little play on words here. But for those who don't know, this is going to be a book that is going to be Joe Casey, doing the writing for it, obviously. And I don't think I saw who's doing the art for it, but when I was looking at those initial, like, inside, like those, I got a couple of, I think I got a couple of interior pages here, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize the art style, like, right away. But, I'm thinking it looks like it's...
It's, art is by Chris Cross.
That's what it is, Chris Cross. Okay, never mind. Now I remember. Chris Cross, yes. Christopher Cross, who some of you might know did interiors for the initial Static Season 1. But he also, like, it was kind of weird. Technically, he didn't... That was a weird book, because technically it was Nicholas Draper Ivy's art, but Chris Cross, he did what they refer to as finishes. So it was kind of also, like, he was basically kind of filling in the gaps and, like, backgrounds and other flourishes and things of that nature. But Christopher Cross has been in the game for a long time, so I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. But this is going to be a squad that is going to be fielding, as you probably saw from the cover. Yes, it is going to be Cable, Wolverine, Deadpool, Chamber, and last but most certainly not least, Thunderbird. Who, if you didn't read Trial of Magneto, you'd have no idea had come back from the dead. A lot of people forgot that Thunderbird is back. But Thunderbird was resurrected during the Krakoan era. He was one of the weird ones because technically his death predated the creation of the Cerebro unit that would allow Charles to bring people back, like bringing their memories and essences back.
Comic books, pocket sand.
Yeah, pocket sand.
Cut it out.
Well, you know, they did the whole thing where you ain't lying. I mean, you really ain't lying. Because that's basically what the Trial of Magneto story arc was. It was basically the comic book equivalent of pocket sand, because the whole point of that story arc was for Wanda Maximoff, in conjunction with other powerful mutants, Legion, Proteus, and Polaris, they were able to unify their powers to create what was effectively called the waiting room. So basically any mutant who had ever died, even regardless of whether they had a Cerebro backup or not, they could be resurrected if they wanted to be resurrected, if they had the desire to be. And it was also during the story arc, Thunderbird, John Proudstar, was the first mutant we saw resurrected in this fashion. And while he technically was around, like, he did some stuff, he popped up here, he popped up here and there. He even had a one shot. He had a one shot that was it was giant size Thunderbird #1, which is famous for not only being written by Steve Orlando, but also being co-written by AEW wrestler Nyla Rose. So that was also pretty awesome. And yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. It was a neat little one shot. Didn't really have any like, wide running implications or anything like that. It was a nice, cool little story to see a character that had been lost to the dustbin of history and was just left dead for a long time. Only came back in like flashbacks. And there was the Chaos War event where a lot of dead characters came back very briefly.
Yeah.
But all of that aside, yes, and he did get a redesign. Yes, you are correct. He did get a redesign. As a matter of fact, I don't think the redesign stuck. Because this is actually this is the fit he was rocking at the end. Here, I'm gonna zoom this in so y'all see a little better. This was the fit he was rocking in that series. Well, as you can see, that is not the fit he is rocking on this cover. They put it back in the OG drip.
Yeah. Now, maybe, just maybe, that is just Alex Ross not knowing and just giving it to him. That's what he remembered. But as far as we know, yeah, that he is back in the OG shit. But I mean, it's part of the course. Because Warpath ass is still running around here with the Messiah era X-Force drip on.
Yeah.
That's great. That motherfucker's still wearing that. But Clayton Crane and Kyle Yoss been off X-Force and he's still wearing that goddamn suit. We've had like 5 to 6 different incarnations of X-Force since his ass got that suit and he's still wearing that gray suit.
Still on it. He is still on it. But no, yeah, so this book is actually going to be dropping February 19th. It will, as you can see, will be a part of the One World Under Doom shenanigans. Joe Casey did have a statement. He says that when I pitched the series over a year ago, I knew it was going to be big, but writing a brand new premier super team of top tier marquee mutants as they take on some of the most iconic villains in the modern Marvel universe has turned out to be even more fun than I could have dreamed of. If you're a longtime fan of the expansive nature of the Marvel Universe, like I am, you don't want to miss out. Weapon X-Men is going to be dangerous, unpredictable, and classic, all at the same time. So,
I want to ask you one question and then we can move on.
Yeah, go ahead.
When did Chamber stock rise that high? I'm just asking.
Wait a minute. Hold on, wait.
I'm just asking y'all.
Like, okay, I'll give you this. I'll give you this. I'll give you Cable. Cable's iconic. Deadpool's iconic. Wolverine's iconic. I would even say Thunderbird is iconic just so much in the fact that he is one of the OG original new era X-Men. Like when they said, all right, ain't nobody buying this bullshit. Let's put out giant size X-Men so we can actually get some motherfuckers to read this shit again. And like, yeah, so you think about like he is an iconic mutant in that regard. And I even kind of feel like his stock rose even more because of Warpath, even though Warpath I don't think is very highly regarded in terms of popularity. But I mean, he is both Warpath and Thunderbird are two of the most well-known mutants, but also I would say two of the most well-known indigenous superheroes. So it's almost kind of like Gambit, like I think I can't remember if it was here or on Nerds of Culture where the conversation came up. I think Gavin Guidry was in here and we were talking about like, hey, I wonder how many prominent Cajun characters of prominent, how many Cajun characters of prominence are there? And when I did a Google search, it literally just said Gambit. That was it. That was the only motherfucker. There wasn't nobody from DC. There wasn't nobody from Image. There wasn't nobody from Boom Studios. No AWA. No Dynamite. No motherfucking whatever. They said, yeah, just Gambit. Gambit. That was when I even looked up. I said list of Cajun Marvel characters. Gambit. Motherfuckers who know Gambit. And then it was like list of Cajun DC characters, and it was just like Louisiana.
Shit.
But yes, that said, yeah, Chamber I don't think of as being particularly popular or powerful, or I mean maybe powerful, but I don't think he's particularly prominent. I don't really know anybody checking for Chamber like that. But I mean, hey, you never know. This might be the book that makes people do it. I will say this: the reason why Chamber is kind of on the boo-boo list for me is because when my very first issue of Generation X was the issue where Sync synced with Chamber's X gene and showed that he could use Chamber's powers better than him. So when I saw that shit, I was like, you got to be a special kind of sorry. You got to be a special kind of sorry character to have your power get snatched from you like that. Where a motherfucker done took your shit and then showed you, like right here, I gotta show y'all this shit. This was the first issue I think I had ever read. Like right here. This is it right here. Like right here. This motherfucker said, "Hey, I got your shit." Oh shit, man! I ain't know you could fly. Yeah, I didn't know either.
Now you see, I just asked the question of when his stock rose. Ernie just felt the need to just drop kick Chamber in the mouth with both feet. So with that being the case, goddamn, what's going on over there in DC, Ernie? Since you just like, God.
Well, you know, it's funny. I can tell you what's going on over at DC, Carter, and I'm gonna tell you right after this message from our sponsor. GlobalComix.com, because you know why? Because DC is on the GlobalComix app. You can read some of the very best comics in the world on GlobalComix. You can read DC comics. Have you never read All-Star Superman? Okay, that's fine. You know what? Guess what? You can go on GlobalComix. You can read that bad boy right now. You never read The Killing Joke? Guess what? You can go in there. You can read that bad boy right now. Did you really, really enjoy the new 52 Batman? Guess what? It's on there. You can read it in its entirety. You like Wonder Woman? Guess what? Wonder Woman is on there in all her glory, including Wonder Woman Dead Earth and Wonder Woman Historia. You can also check out, I believe, Animal Man. Also, I believe is on there. There's a lot of really good. I will say this: there's one thing that is not on there. I'm a little mad it's not on there, but I'm just putting it out there. Maybe I don't know. Somebody can hook this up. Maybe someone from GlobalComix is maybe listening in. I don't know, but man, if someone could get Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps on there, I'm just saying, you know, show Hal Jordan a little bit of love. Maybe get that Benjamin Percy Green Arrow on there. Maybe we can talk about something. I'm just putting that out there anyway. Anyway. That said,
and no, Raven Coyote stories, comics should not just be real instead of zeros and ones. Comics should be whatever the fuck way people want to enjoy their stories.
Yes.
Now,
also, I would actually buttress your point by saying that I would also say that I mean, there's nothing saying that you can't read physical print comics, but not everyone has the space to keep a bunch of comics. I don't. If I had well, first off, for me, GlobalComix cuts down on how much you see all this here. I'm gonna give myself the one just for a moment. I gotta give myself the one just for a moment. And
you hurt yourself trying to grab something.
No, not at all. But I just want to say, like, I have a lot of comics up here. I got a lot of comics here. I this is why I trade in omnibus collections and trade paperbacks, because I don't have room for all that shit. I'm not one of you fancy folks who gets to have a separate room with temperature control and anti UV lighting protection sources and whatnot, and has like 50 bajillion long boxes stacked up to the top of the room. I'm sorry, I'm just not that cool. So for me, the ability to be able to read a comic wherever I am, no matter what I'm doing, is more important to me than having an actual physical book in my hand. So ones and zeros, I think, work just fine for those who are not elitist
Let me
But
find out one of y'all asses got some U-Haul storage unit of comics with temperature control. I'm gonna knock down every shelf.
exactly. Anyway, back to it. I'm going to say for those of you who do actually not mind having zeros and ones, I'm going to say go to the GlobalComix app. You can scan the QR code down below. It'll take you straight to the app. You can use the promo code GCX Blerd without fear. You can get 33% off your entire first year subscription. Gives you access to everything. Nothing is gatekept from you. And as someone mentioned earlier, you can even check out some comics before you actually purchase them if you do not have a subscription. If you have a subscription, you can just read whatever you want. If you do not have a subscription, you can still use the GlobalComix app, but you will have to pay for a lot of the comics that are on there. But they do let you preview those comics before you actually purchase them. So that is actually pretty cool. But if you click the link in the description below, or if you use the command exclamation mark and like the actual exclamation mark GCX, it will pull up the information in the chat for you and you can click on it. Not everybody do it all at once, please. But that said, yes, yes, you did. You stepped in it. You stepped in it, Raven. You stepped in it. You screwed the pooch. I'm just saying. But that said, DC. Also, no, actually, no. Before we do that, because I let some things get away from me. And I don't want to let them get away from me any longer. So, let's start with, for one. Yeah, here we go. We got it. I think I got everything except for one of them, and we're just gonna read it here. We're just gonna read that bad boy here. We got one here from LP3. Ooh. Says, oh, wait, no. Actually, we did read that one. I think we did. Yeah. Did we? Happy Second.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did. No, we did. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, I remember that. So yeah, we did get that one. It's the other one. So here, let's go down the list. We got one here from Mootelp. Says, Doom is good all the time. And all the time, Doom is good. I'm just going to look, I about to be like that girl in what was that? The Deliverance. Do you imagine like Doom like trying to look like nappy pussy ass bitch?
No.
Oh goddamn. No. That would be Doctor Strange that would say that. Anyway, we also got Don Heim out here with the 5 says, request some Sam and Dave, hold on, I'm coming. That time we were talking about playing some music. No. Look, y'all ain't gonna get me in trouble. Let's see. We also got another 5 here from Chi-Town Dan the Last Krakoa says, Dr. Doom found out about One More Day and Paul and told Peter, nah, big dog, I'm gonna fix this for you. See, look, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm telling y'all think I'm bullshitting, but Paul is out here. I'm just saying. Okay, now we can talk about DC Comics. This one's going to be a little brief, just because there's not really a whole heap of a lot to say. I actually just really wanted to have the story in here to highlight something that I thought was really cool.
Okay.
So, for those who do not know, one of my favorite artists of all time is Jamal Campbell. Jamal Campbell has been large and in charge doing interiors. I don't know if he's still doing interiors for Superman. I haven't seen him doing any interiors lately. I think they got a different artist now. But when Joshua Williamson first took over the book, Jamal Campbell was the interior artist for it for most of the run. Mm-hmm. But I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of the guy's work. I think he has a style that I just think is really cool. I don't know. It's just something about it. I don't know. It's just something about that guy. He just really knows how to, I don't know, make Superman work from an artistic standpoint. And what I really particularly enjoyed was in here. Actually, just to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about real quick. Like right here, this is like his cover. He, like I said, he also did the interiors for Superman. But one of the other ones that he did, and this is the one that I am a hugely tremendous fan of, was his his covers and his interiors for books like Far Sector. And you know, he's also to my understanding, aside from those, he also was the interior artist for Naomi. Which, by the way, y'all remember Naomi, Out Here, you know, gang, and all that stuff. No longer with us, gone too soon, from the CW. But, basically, yeah, I was like, I always liked this guy's work. I always felt like he had a very clear understanding of, you know, how to, you know, really, I don't know, hook up a story together by way of art. So imagine my shock and surprise when I discovered he has a new book coming out. Cause I was like, man, he's not doing anything for Superman anymore. What's going on? Well, as it turns out, he has a new project. This is why he's been so quiet. It's because he is doing the Zatana book. But he's not just going to be drawing Zatana. He is also going to be writing it. So I am actually quite impressed.
Well, you know, this is already on my radar. For any of you all that have watched any of these Blerd cases for any amount of time, you know that I'm a huge fan of when the artists get away from that aspect and go into and transition into the writing aspect. And it's been successful for several of them. Ryan Stegman, Chip Zdarsky, just to name a few. So
Sanford Green.
Sanford Green is another one. Thank you. And Ernie was the one who put me on the Far Sector because I was reading everything. I was trying to catch up and read everything else from Young Animal, and then Far Sector got slowly pushed to the back. But that art was really the main thing that got me. I mean, there's a reason I want Janelle Monáe as Joe so bad, and it's because of Jamal Campbell's art. So yeah, for him to do Zatana, who is a character that I have been slowly becoming a fan of just because of just different interactions that I have seen different creative teams do with Zatana and Bruce, or Zatana and Constantine. I've always just those interactions that she has had with those characters. I wanted to read more stuff with her. And I know that there was an omnibus that came out recently. I think Paul Dini did it, or I think it was a lot of his older stories or something like that.
Yeah, that was the one that came out not too. They like had re-released.
Yeah,
they had re-released it, I believe.
Yeah. So all of that, it's making me really excited to want to read this. And then Jamal himself, he came out with a statement saying that I'm weaving all my appreciation of the character into these pages in order to show and prove what makes Zatana so magical. Wonder, mystery, mischief, and fishnets make up the core of a quintessential Zatana Zatara stage show. And it's high time she returned to the spotlight. I absolutely agree with that. In her newest DC Comics series, Zatana is dragged down a rabbit hole of cursed swords, hidden truths, and multiple brushes with death. She'll need all her wits and every spell she can muster in order to make it out the other side in one piece. I'm excited for this. I think this is something that should have been done a hell of a lot sooner, because a lot of times the only times we see Zatana is if, again, she's interacting with Constantine, she's interacting with Batman, and yes, those are good instances. Or we need a magic person.
Hey, where's Zatana?
There she go over there. Yeah, there she go over there. Say something fucking backwards real quick to save the day. So because she's only been like in little spurts like that, I like that she's being given her own chance to again, show like this is why I'm that one that they call on. So I'm really excited for this.
No, 100%. The other thing that is of note is, so obviously, Zatana, you're probably going to expect to see characters like Zatara, your father. You're probably going to expect to see characters like, that are in that magic spectrum of things. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if Constantine showed up at some point. But we do know for a fact Zatara, Madame Xanadu, and Blue Devil are going to be hanging around.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Brian Austin Green gonna be on here.
May, right?
Some of y'all only know who the fuck that is because of Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
We got Brian Austin Green in the building. Bet.
Man, dude, that's just wild to me. The fact that I was like, man, dude, nobody really uses Blue Devil except in like, they'll have him like as a random background character, like an animated series or animated movie, but they usually won't put that motherfucker front and center and shit. But yeah, all of that's what's going to be going on. There's going to be some other characters that that'll be hanging around. But this will be dropping February 19th.
Oh.
And apparently, I didn't know this. This is the first headline Zatana series, like mainstream, and I'm talking about like, I don't mean like a Elseworlds, I don't mean like a reprint. This is the first mainstream Zatana book in over 10 years. Since 2011. Since 2011.
We can have her, we can let her have these interactions, or just, hey, we need you to say some words backwards real quick. and I think and what was something else she was in? Because I see somebody in the chat saying, "Oh, deck it out," saying, "Damn, Blue Devil was on my bingo card, but Xanadu though." So Xanadu was in a book with Zatana, but it wasn't a Zatana book; it was a team book. It was Justice League Dark.
Yeah, Justice League Dark. Yep, you are correct.
She was really prominent in Justice League Dark in the New 52 stuff. So, okay, February ain't long.
No.
February ain't long at fucking all.
No. Dude, that shit literally, that's just right around the fucking corner.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I can't wait to see. I will definitely say, if you are someone who, if you like the magic side of DC Comics, or you find yourself sometimes being interested in stuff like Dr. Fate or Constantine, and you've never read a Zatana book, I would highly. As a matter of fact, let me do my due diligence here. Let me not be caught lacking out here. But to my understanding, and once again, I'm open to being incorrect, but I believe you can, in fact, read the 2011 Zatana series by Paul Dini on none other place than GlobalComix. You can read it right there. 33% off your first year. Please take advantage of it. Use it. Abuse it. It is there for you. As a matter of fact, I got it right here. I have it on good authority. I have it on premium authority that you can do that. You can go check it out. It's right here. Right here. This is actually, and this right here, this is the actual like trade release that I'm showing you right here. 438 pages. And you know what? Your wrist ain't got to hurt. You ain't got to worry about breaking your arm. You ain't got to worry about your arms falling asleep while you're holding the book, because you know why? It's just ones and zeros, baby. Ones and zeros. Ones and zeros. It's digital, baby.
Now, you did just give them that recommendation of taking their asses over there to GlobalComix. Did you have another recommendation for the people this week, sir?
Nope, that's my recommendation. Take your ass over to GlobalComix. Read you some ones and zeros. Read you some goddamn ones and zeros. And that's gonna be the new thing. That's gonna be the new thing.
Boom. I'm cool though.
We ain't on the ones and twos. We on the ones and zeros. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Right.
Brother, yes.
Do we have any more super chats that we need to read?
No, we are caught up on everything. So you know what that means? That means we can get into questions from the Discord if there are any.
All right. Boom, we got 4 for you. All right.
Let's
The
go.
first one from Qdoma saying, "Good afternoon, Blerd. Hope you and Carter are doing well. My question is there any word on if we're still going to get a Jason TV show?"
Oh, the Friday 13th one? Like about Friday 13th? Okay.
Yes.
So here's the reason why you haven't heard anything about that. And I'm actually pulling this up now because I believe I saw some news on it recently. So the reason why you haven't seen anything about that up until recently is because the property rights to the Friday 13th franchise were under litigation. So I think the litigation was recently solved, and I believe we will be getting a new Friday 13th series. It's going to be a, to my understanding, it's going to be a prequel series that I think is going to be on Peacock.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a Peacock exclusive. This was something that was put out in 2022, I believe. There hasn't really been any new, developments on it as of late. But yeah, it's supposed to be a prequel series, and we'll have to just kind of play it by ear. Basically, long and short of it is, you ain't gonna see Jason Voorhees in it.
Okay.
And not the way that
You thinking?
you think of Jason Voorhees. It'll probably be something along the lines of just dealing with the camp counselors and the kids and the debauchery and all that other stuff, and not paying attention to a child drowning in the lake.
And with that being said, we got one from Rough Rider here saying, "What's good, players? Do y'all think at the end of this absolute movement that they will clash with the Prime Universe or a Crisis type event happens?" I think it's way too fucking early for you to be asking that question because shit ain't even on issue 3 yet. It ain't. Comics ain't even on issue 2 yet. But do I think it'll happen? Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's in its bones that it's gonna happen because of fucking Darkseid. So yeah, it's gonna happen at some point. I just hope that some point is extremely far down the line so that these people can cook and make these characters how they want to make them. Give them all the time in the world before you get into the crisis of it all.
Yeah, I don't want to see, because you know what they're gonna do. I'm giving this one away for free.
Uh-oh.
It'll just be called Absolute Crisis.
Yeah, okay. Flominum says, "What's crack-a-lackin' Blerdtopia?" I ain't heard crack-a-lackin' in years. What's an Elseworld tale that's not talked about? But it doesn't need to be Marvel or DC. I'm going to tell you, though. Because you said Elseworld, that's inherently DC.
Well, I think I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what they mean. Like just a non-canonical
comic
story.
Yeah. What's the good one you got, Ernie?
Okay, I'll tell you what. If we're talking about DC, I know I've said this.
No, okay. He said it doesn't have to be though.
So it doesn't have to be. No, I was just gonna say, like, if I were to say Marvel or DC book, I would definitely say for DC, I would throw out Wonder Woman Dead Earth being a pretty fantastic kind of Elseworld story that doesn't really take place in the same universe. I'm gonna be super fucking nasty and do the same thing for Marvel and say that you could also read Beta Ray Bill, which is also a really cool story. Oddly enough, both by the same fucking guy, Daniel Warren Johnson.
That book is so fucking hard to find, dude, for a good price. Oh my God, that Beta Ray Bill is hard as hell to find.
And also, this is another reason why I say ones and zeros, y'all. Because you know what? You ain't got to go digging through the dustbins and the crates and the long boxes to find the back issues. Well, I mean, this won't help you in regards to Beta Ray Bill, but because they don't have any Marvel comics on GlobalComix, but like you can go back and read those old issues of comics that are harder to find, or people are asking a king's ransom for on Amazon. Like case in point,
all them goddamn Ninja Turtles, boy.
Look right here, this right here. You know how much motherfuckers was charging for this shit?
Y'all can't see it, but he's grabbing a specific hardcover of the TMNT run from IDW that took him ages to find, and he still got his head bust when he bought it on Amazon. That's what he's showing that y'all can't see now. He still cusses about that book till this day.
I will also point out this was out of print for a long time.
And we gonna talk about that one. He cussed me out for that one because I had
Yeah.
that one and I just gave it away.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm still mad at you for that shit.
Hey,
but no.
but it's still on what you call.
Well, no. This. You know how much this cost me? Almost $400.
That's why he cusses me out because I had volume 2 and I just gave it to somebody. Just here, you can have. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
and it will stay out of print because of recent developments. But yes, but that's why I say ones and zeros are okay.
Yeah.
Ones and zeros are okay. No softback trade papers here, Screwface. No, we don't do the softback trade papers here because we aren't heel versus babyface heathens. Actually, you know what I need to do? I need to actually, you know what, Screwface, remind me, I don't know if you know off the top of your head, remind me when he said that, because I need to clip it. I need to clip that. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, that was the moment where the bald-headed white British man who got famous for complaining about fucking pronouns in Starfield and crying about the fact that there was like a box you could tick that would make you non-binary, or you could pick your gender, a thing that literally, like, by default is not set to non-binary. Like, I think by default it was set to male. And non-binary was literally at the bottom of the 3 things you could pick, and he literally went on a diatribe for like 10 or 15 minutes, maybe even an hour about it. Yeah, that guy. He was talking about comic books with your boy Young Rippa. And he referred to a graphic novel as a softback trade paper.
let's talk about somebody that's not a fucking heathen. Trap God Thanos with the last question saying, "Good afternoon, 100K Blerd," and this motherfucker called me Jimmy Carter. Jesus Christ. It's clear these new lines like Ultimate, Absolute, and Energon are huge successes, and part of the reason is how small the lines are. Energon has 3 books, Ultimate has 4 now with 1 more announced, while Absolute has 3 out now with 3 more announced, and Scott Snyder said that at least 2 more are coming after that. My question is, do you think DC is going too all in on their new universe with too many titles, especially since that seems to be the opposite of what people want? All I know is I'm gonna be all in y'all's ass. Okay, you might be a fucking heathen if these motherfucking likes don't go up. So I don't think DC is going too all in. This is just a new initiative, and they have to push the new initiative in order for people to buy it.
Well, yes, they do. So here's the thing. DC is all about branding.
Yeah.
DC is all about branding. So they've already done okay, so when you talk about new universes, okay, let's talk about absolute power, or not absolute power, but absolute universe. You got absolute Batman, absolute Wonder Woman, absolute Superman, and then we also have absolute Martian and Manhunter, and absolute Flash, absolute Green Lantern, and you know they're gonna make more absolute books because these things are selling like fucking hotcakes. So yeah, but also at the same time, we're also doing the DC All In initiative. So like, I feel like all the books, it's kind of funny because the way they're doing it, it's almost kind of like, remember when Marvel did Marvel Fresh Start? Where everything got reset to issue 1, and it was supposed to be like good jumping on points, which was how we got the Donny Cates Venom, one of the most like I would actually say the definitive Venom run. But the thing about, and also Immortal Hulk was also a part of that as well. But the thing that's kind of funny about it is that when DC did this, it was like they kind of did a half-ass Marvel Fresh Start, because they did the whole thing, oh, DC All In, but here's the thing, you didn't really start anything over. Like the books still kept their regular numbering. The only books that came out of number 1 were the ones that like weren't already in circulation. So like, you know, we get like the Zatana book, you know, or whatever. But like some of the other books are actually going to be some of the books are going to be good jumping on points. But I feel like what they're doing, I feel where the mistake is that I don't know. I feel like maybe they're trying to do too much at once. You got the DC All-In, initiative, and then you got the Absolute Universe stuff. And I do feel like, while for me it's not confusing, I know to someone who is not like as dyed in the wool with comics as I am, I can easily see where a motherfucker might be confused by everything that's going on. Like, wait a minute, is this not Absolute Universe? Because I've actually had some people ask me, like, oh, hey, this Black Lightning book, isn't this in the Absolute? No, it's in regular ass universe. But yeah, because it says DC All In and all the books are saying that shit now, people are getting confused. So yeah, I can see where maybe I could kind of see a little bit of that. Like, motherfuckers probably be a little extra about the shit. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say it.
Okay.
But that said, that was our last question from the Discord.
Yep.
So now we can dive into, and actually, we have an exact 5 questions that I see right here in front of me. So let's just go ahead and run through these junts.
Let's do it. Go.
We got first one here from C-Mac the Great. Says, you all down for an unexpected X-Men book? Series, ongoing 3.5 issues or more, just with a cast of not the norm. Who's in your 5-person squad? Well, I can definitely say for me, I would just be happy to see some characters I don't see all the time. Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with y'all. I'm okay with seeing a few mainstays, every now and again. But yeah, it is nice to shake shit up. You got to shake that shit up sometimes. This is why I always say, maybe instead of, if you got to have a telepath, maybe instead of bringing Jean Grey out every goddamn time, bringing Emma Frost out every goddamn time, bringing, I'll make a special case for Psylocke, because technically this version of Psylocke has not been around as long as previous iterations. But like, just the idea that you could hit up somebody like Shola Inkose. He's a fucking telepath. I don't know. Maybe blow the dust off him and bring him out every now and again. He's like the one black telepath other than Astrid Bloom. Like, there are like 2 black telepaths of any note. And it's like, you could use either one of those characters in place of any of the 3 that I just mentioned. I would also say that, hey, if for whatever reason and if we want to take color out of the situation, is Justice still a thing? Is Justice still around? Marvel, or the former Marvel boy, like, whatever happened to him? Like, is he in witness protection? Is he? Last time I saw him, he was in the back of a milk carton.
Oh God! Now you got me thinking.
So yeah, there's that. I would also point out that, hey, if we need someone who can control fire, let's not always go running to Firestar. Maybe, I don't know, maybe run to a Sunfire instead. Or, I mean, they did do that recently. We also recently had, if you want to have someone control electricity, you could just put Surge out, which X-Force just did, and they just unceremoniously killed her off. So there's that. Here's an...
They could get one of the Marvel Nemesis, bring Johnny Ohm over at X-Force.
Well, hey, we're going to bring back the Imperfects. Nah, don't do that. Nobody's checking for the Imperfects. No one's checking for the Imperfects. I'm sorry. It's not happening. It will never be a thing. But no, I'm just saying, like, there's other characters out there that I could see, like, I don't know. I think that Marvel gets too stun locked in trying to always, bring back the same 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mutants.
That is an amazing way to put that.
Yeah.
That hit the nail on the head. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Like, instead of bringing Nightcrawler out every fucking time, bring Blink or Manifold or, somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not, instead of, even though, man, look, I think she has a very unfortunate fucking name, but instead of bringing out Colossus, shit, bring Bling out every now and again. Shit, just give her a different name. Fuck. For Christ's sakes. Jesus
I'm so
Christ.
happy you said that, because when you said it, I'm not going to lie to you or anybody else listening. I thought about goddamn Bling Bling Boy from Johnny Test when you said it at first. I just thought about. I'm sorry. You said bling, and I was waiting for you to say Bling Boy, and I was just waiting for you to finish it.
Ooh, no, not like this. Not like this. And you know what? I'll even say this too. Instead of wheeling out Cyclops every fucking time, bring out, I mean, which to be fair, they're doing this with X Factor. So I can't really be too harsh about this. But wheel out Havoc instead. Maybe give Havoc a chance to actually try to be something better than what he has been in the past. Yeah, please let that motherfucker have something. God damn. Jesus fucking Christ, man. They do Havoc so goddamn dirty sometimes. I'm like, bro.
Oh, dog. And didn't even retcon or fix the fact that his ass was inverted. Y'all just started ignoring it at a point.
Yeah. No, they did. They actually legit did. But I mean, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Carter, do you have any opinion on this?
Not at all, brother. What's the next question?
So we got another one here from Bill. Bill says, since we're talking about One World Under Doom, just yesterday, the MF Doom. Also, I'm gonna need you to all caps when you spell the man's name. I'm just gonna put that out there. But no, just released his 20th anniversary edition of his album Food. Ooh, man, good stuff. Heard any tracks that could fit with One World Under Doom? Ooh, okay.
That's a good question. That's a good question. I actually need to go to a record store when we're done with this because I saw Friday they had this whole thing made out for his anniversary with a bunch of his different vinyls. I was gonna go check out.
Bruh. See, and that's the thing that dude, that is so because I actually wish I would have gotten the vinyl for Food. I never did. But yeah, that's another story together. It's actually one of my favorite. Actually, that is. I think it actually might be my favorite Doom album. Yeah.
If I see it, I call you.
Let me know. Yeah, let me know. Yeah. I will say this right here. So, first and foremost, I think the one song, this wouldn't be so much for MF Doom, or not MF Doom, but for Doctor Doom, but more so for Doctor Strange, is Deep Fried Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of how he got schooled by Dr. Doom on that, yeah, man, can I have my shit back? But I would also even say, for Doom himself, though, like Potholders, Beef Rap. Honestly, I can hear Beef Rap through the whole fucking thing. I can hear Beef Rap through the whole thing.
That's a good one.
Matter of fact, you know,
okay.
Could you imagine?
I get you though.
Could you imagine that motherfucker ladies and gentlemen, walking to the stage now to address the entire United Latveria in his State of the Union address. I present to you His Royal Highness, the God King himself, your Sorcerer Supreme, Dr. Doom. And then all of a sudden you hear, Beef Rap. And then all of a sudden motherfucker start walking out. Motherfucker start like just G-strutting to Beef Rap. I'd be like, bruh, let's go. That's what I want. That's what I would like to see. But that said, what else we got here? We got one here from John Stewart. Says, question, do you think at some point during One World Under Doom we'll find out that Doom was the true architect of Blood Hunt, or have they already revealed that? I don't think anything to that magnitude has been revealed, but I will definitely say that if we did later find out that Doom did have a hand in it, because, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Blood Hunt is one of those stories that, man, I'm gonna need somebody to do for that story arc what Al Ewing did for Ten of Swords. Some of y'all that kept up with my X-Men Red videos know what I'm talking about. I constantly talked about how Al Ewing was constantly taking ideas and things and story arcs and plot points from Ten of Swords and paying them off and expounding upon them in his X-Men Red series. The fact that, like, man, all these characters got introduced in Ten of Swords, like the White Sword, Okay, why is he supposed to be important? Okay, he showed, all right, now he's gone. Okay, all right, well, I guess that's a waste of a character. No, he said, no, I'm gonna bring that motherfucker back in X-Men Red. We're gonna actually like make him somebody. Yeah, I like stuff like that. So I'm gonna need somebody to come along and do something with some kind of a story arc that expounds upon Blood Hunt in some way that makes that bullshit make some more sense. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, while I don't think the event itself is bad, I actually think the story overall is good. But the way, here's the thing, I've said this before. Jed didn't show his work. He told us that Varney had performed a ritual on Blade. But here's the thing. Okay? It was clearly stated that the ritual that happened in the Blade comic book series in the 90s didn't work. So there had to have been another one. But it was a ritual that took place off panel. We never saw it. You got to show us. Don't tell us. Don't tell us. Telling is not the way when you tell us, when you try to tell a story. You gotta show me something. I needed okay. First off, the fact that there was no Blade tie-in book that addressed this on any level, and I haven't gone back and read any of the. I think they've released the second issue of the Blade Red Band, right? If they have, I haven't read it yet.
I don't think they have.
Okay, well okay. So if they haven't, then we're fine. But like when I read that first issue, and that's the reason why I haven't done a video about it, because I'm not gonna lie. Look, I ain't trying to talk no shit, but that shit landed like a wet fucking fart for me. That first issue of that Blade Red Band. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, that shit landed. I wasn't feeling it. That was.
See, okay.
That was not the move.
And that's my question for you, real quick. If we do find out that Doom had something to do and he was the true architect of Blood Hunt, would that piss you off more because that's even more shit that had nothing to do with
Blade?
The Blade solo series?
Yeah, actually, you know what? Honestly, yeah, you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. I think I actually would be a little bit more angry, actually, because, yeah, Blade felt like... Dude, okay, all right. Spoilers for the Penguin. You know what I felt like Blade was? Blade was, what was the old girl name? Was it Fran? Oswald's mom? Yeah. Blade was basically Penguin's mom at the end of the Penguin series. That's basically what it was. He just laid up and he just watching shit go on around him and he can't do nothing about it. He just like Look, Blade got that one little tear going down his face and he just like, I can't do nothing about this. Wesley Snipes just sitting there, just one tear, just like,
wow.
I'm just saying, I'm not, look, I just don't know what to do with what they gave me. I don't know what to do with it. That's all I got. That's all I got. But anyway, yeah, if they at the very least, if they at least did it in such a way where they're like, okay, yeah, Doom was actually kind of manipulating things behind the scenes, and maybe, yeah, he was kind of the reason why Blade fell into the clutches of Varney. Okay, cool. I'd probably lean into that a little bit and be like, okay, all right, maybe that actually makes a bit more sense than, like, basically when they told us here, and I actually want to pull this up. I just want to pull this up. I don't want to hang on this any longer than this, but I'm going to pull this up because I'm going to tell, it's very important that I show you how they told us. Because if I show you how they told us, it's going to make so much more sense as to why I'm not happy with how they did it. Okay? It's going to make so much more sense. You're going to look at this and be like, yeah, I can actually see why that motherfucker might be a little mad. They were like, here, let me scroll down a little bit. This is how they did it. I'm gonna move that way just so y'all can see in its entirety. Yeah, he's like, yeah. First vampire, my nomad spirit, clothed in my fated vessel, the Daywalker skin. I am Varney. How'd that happen? Don't worry about it. Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. Trust me. That's why I give That's why I give the biggest of eye rolls. That's why I give the biggest of eye rolls to and this right here. This is the one right here. This is one right here. This is the other one. So in that very same issue, like while all this is going on, while all this is happening, the very next page of the issue is this. It says it's obviously, he says, obviously, if you really think about it, some years ago, his minion, Marie Laveau, prepared Blade as a host for the Spirit of Varney. Apparently, the Daywalker's unique constitution made him the ideal vessel. Then he says that attempt failed, but it would appear that a second did not. Okay, where the fuck was the second one? Why have I not seen the second one? Why? Why did I not see it? Am I stupid? Am I stupid and y'all showed me and I just didn't see it? Did it because to my understanding, the shit didn't fucking happen. Show me your work. Okay, yes, you told me 2 + 2 = 4, but show me how the fuck you got there? Show me how the fuck you got there. I need to see it. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to be mean. I don't want anyone to think I'm trying to be an asshole here, but I'm just saying it's something that frustrates the fuck out of me. Show me your fucking work. And I know you have a limited amount of space to do it. It's a crossover event, so there's a lot of fucking moving parts. I totally understand that. But that, I feel like, at the very least, if you were not going to put it in the main book, it should have been in a one-shot tie-in. There should have been a Blade. There should have been a Blade the Vessel one-shot. Blood Hunt Blade the Vessel one-shot. Dude, make me your fucking editor, Marvel. Your shit would be on point. Someone would actually know what the fuck is going on and tell you the way forward. I'm just saying. I'm not saying.
This sounds
I'm just saying.
This sounds really, really aggressive, Jed, but we just want to know what's going on, man.
Yeah, right.
If you want to come over to the Blerd cave, I promise you, like, it just sounds aggressive.
It sounds aggressive because I don't have
It's
any
all
fucking
love,
answers.
though. It's all love, though. We just want you to bring your ass over here and tell us your mind state of where everything fits. That's all we want, man.
And I mean, and here's okay, and also okay. I want to point out two things. There's two statements I want to point out. First, Elite X1 said it right here. This is why I say it. Show your work. This is why teachers fucking say it. They want you to show your work so they know you didn't cheat. You didn't bust out your phone. Go, oh man, what's 8 divided by 6? Hold on, okay, all right, shit, write that shit down real quick while she ain't looking. No, that's why they first off, not only do they want to know you didn't cheat, they want to know that you actually know how to do the thing you're fucking doing, and that's what I want. Now, I will say this, Jed, and this is where this other statement, and yeah, this is back to John Stewart says, and how does Doom even know about that? So that's why I'm actually open to the prospect of Doom. Like, because I want to go back to this. This is why I want to go back. This is why I'm open to the prospect of Doom being in on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because he seems to know more than anybody else does. I don't know. I don't know. I just, and here's the thing. Well, okay, so here's the thing, and actually, and this thing I think is actually kind of crazy. So, if talk about showing work on Secret Empire, here's the fucked up part. They did. It just wasn't in Secret Empire. Because what they did, and actually, dude, this is so crazy. I did a video about this a long time ago that nobody fucking watched. Because it was like before the channel actually like started like getting any kind of traction. So that video was lost to the dustbin of history like a lot of things. Just like Chambers' lower jaw and that Thunderbird, that colorful Thunderbird costume. But also, yeah, in my video, they actually, Nick Spencer's Captain America series dug deep into all of it. Like, they showed you, as a matter of fact, they showed so much work that when you finally got to Secret Empire and some of the shit didn't come up, it was like, I thought there was a secret traitor in the Avengers. They never addressed that. Like, so that motherfucker's out there still running around. Like, they actually showed you the moment. They actually showed you the precise moment that Red Skull took over Captain America and turned him Hydra. And I kind of feel like that's why Secret Empire didn't hit for a lot of people, is because a lot of people felt that shit came from out of nowhere, when in actuality, the shit had been set up. They long game that shit. But the thing is, nobody was really reading Nick Spencer's Captain America like that. So yeah, that was the problem. But let's get the fuck away from that. Let's get the fuck away from that, because honestly, now I'm mad. Now I'm mad. I'm mad right now. I'm upset. I've been angered now just thinking about Blood Hunt and how dirty they did Blade.
When he read this last question, he ain't mad at you. No matter how he reads the question, it ain't you. Okay? Nerd Large, you are A-OK. It ain't you, big dog.
No, it is not you. You're good. So this is a question. What character do y'all think Uncle Denzel will potentially play in Black Panther 3? My bet's on Bashenga.
So wait, because I just told you all that, but now I'm finna get mad.
Oh.
Because there was this fucking guy in here for weeks that kept fucking spamming that Denzel Washington is confirmed for Doctor Strange 3. Denzel Washington, Marvel confirmed it. Denzel confirmed it. And then when you looked and I looked, couldn't find shit.
Mm-hmm.
Several fucking Blerd caves in a row. He is constantly spamming it. I'm constantly ignoring it. You ain't even gave it a goddamn thought, but it was bugging the fuck out of me. And then Denzel himself comes out for the entire fucking world to see and tells you there is a role being written for me in a Marvel product, when at no point has he ever said that about shit else. So whoever that is, whoever kept spamming that shit to us like you knew what you was talking about when we told you wasn't. I think it's the same motherfucker that constantly be sending us those messages on Instagram, adding us to goddamn group of Fantastic Frankie when no one asked. I think with that dude. But
I don't even know. I'd never catch those because I'd never check my Instagram DMs. Instagram. I just want to say, I'm going to say it, and I feel like I'm going to say it, and people are still going to do it anyway. Instagram is the worst place to try and reach me. Worst place. I only checked my Instagram DMs just recently because I was trying to make sure that I Am Gregor D got their PlayStation. Other than that, as soon as I would send those messages, I would fucking close the phone and go on about my business. I don't be on Instagram like that. But yeah.
Just going back to it. Just if you see a thing and you see a bunch of motherfuckers commenting on that thing, that does not mean that that thing is legitimate. Y'all need to pay attention more to where you all are getting these stories, because there are too many channels out there that get people like you going hooping and hollering about shit when it's discussing film with two eyes. It's Marvel with an extra L in there. You ain't paid no mind. You just see a check mark because you know you can buy them check marks now. So please, people, let's wait for instances like this to where it's official, stamped, approved, and then you can ask me about it. When the only place you have found that they are talking about Denzel being on Doctor Strange 3 is a Bing post, don't talk to me.
Also,
don't talk to me.
Also, I want to show you the reason why I block most comic book movie news social media accounts on site. And I'm gonna tell you why. Is this. I saw this shit the other day. I actually talked about this. Look, Dua Lipa has signed a 10-year deal as Zatana in the DCU. The news from a random ass social media account you ain't never heard of before. Scroll down. James Gunn, is this true or debunked? Thank you very, very much. James Gunn. Until this moment, it was neither of those things, but as of now, is debunked as well. 10-year contract? Do they think this is the 1930s? I'm a Dua Lipa fan, but no. So let's go ahead and file that under with a side of
stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
Like, yeah, no, stop.
Now,
also, you know what? Add in a little bit of, add a little bit of that too in there as well. That was stupid, so fucking stupid. But yeah,
going back to it, Ernie, who do you think they're gonna have Denzel be? Since this is one of the roles he said that he wants to do before he goes ahead and he hangs up his jersey.
Well, okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The funny thing about stuff that happens like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't Blue Marvel. I was gonna get that the fuck out of everybody's heads. It ain't Blue Marvel. Stop. Also, even if it was Blue Marvel, I wouldn't want it to be Blue Marvel. You know why?
I'd be so mad.
For one, Denzel ain't that dude no more. Okay, I mean, I love him to death, but he ain't that dude no more. He can't get that. He can't bring that Blue Marvel like I want to see Blue Marvel. Not only that, I would also love to point out that he said that if he does this, it's going to be one of his last movies, which means you might get Blue Marvel 1, and especially with the way Marvel movies take so long to make these days, or to even get around to even begin filming or release. That means you might get 1, maybe 2 Blue Marvels, and then the fuck on up out of here. So no, I do not want that. Keep that motherfucker the farther fucketh away from Blue Marvel. That said, do I think he might play another character in the Wakanda universe, the greater, wider Wakanda universe? Maybe. One I actually saw people bring up that I thought was of note. And Carter, I don't, you might not agree, but I kind of want to see what you think.
If you say John David, I will leave this goddamn Discord.
No, God, no.
Okay.
No. You don't have to worry
That
about
pause scared the shit out of me. You were gonna do it. Holy.
No, God, no. I would never do that to you. But no. So some of you may or may not be familiar with a little character by the name the White Wolf. I could easily see them going a direction with the White Wolf as a character, because technically, well, the whole purpose of the White Wolf is that he's, a non-black character who just so kind of happens to find himself in Wakanda. We all know that Marvel doesn't do these storylines, direct one-to-one. Hell, for Christ's sakes, they've been calling Bucky the fucking White Wolf. And with no control over the Hatut Zarazi, no nothing. Okay, not nan one Hatut Zarazi near him. So what I would like to see is maybe they do like kind of a bend on the White Wolf and maybe have him as like an alternative force trying to rise to power in Wakanda. I could just as easily see him be another character, another previous Black Panther, like maybe an Azuri or an what's the guy's name? Ntelli. Maybe something along those lines. The character that was introduced in the Evo Ewing Black Panther, the one who is actually the father of Azuri, who is T'Challa's grandfather, I believe. I believe Azuri is the grandfather of he's either grandfather or great grandfather. I think it's grandfather of he'd have to be grandfather because of the way the timeline works. That would be something I wouldn't mind. That's what I would like to see. Or maybe just another random ass character. But here's the thing I want to make sure y'all are very clear on, and I want to make sure y'all understand that I say this with the utmost love, the utmost respect for everyone who thought that this was going to be a thing in the MCU, and it was very clearly not. I just want to put this out here. How many of y'all remember? I want to see how many of y'all remember when everybody's like, oh man, Giancarlo Esposito gonna be in a Marvel movie. Oh yeah, they gonna make him somebody cold. They made a role just for him. And then we see that trailer and it's like, oh.
He regular. Not even regular.
Yeah.
He just talking shit, and somebody probably finna eat. He just talking shit, and it's someone who's probably about to eat a shield in the mouth in a second. But it's cool to see Gus. It is cool to see Gus.
I mean, it's cool. Well, and the thing is, he is and like Elite X1 just said, because he is a character from the comics. He is very much a character from the comics. He's playing Sidewinder. And not a very comic book accurate version of him. Though, to be fair, Sidewinder does look ridiculous in the comics, but I was like, man, it's Marvel. Man, they could figure out a way to make that shit work. But yeah, this dude, he ain't even in a costume. He just fucking regular man. Regular man. I think he might have, like, I'm looking at his teeth as the way he's kind of talking. He looked like he might have some serpent teeth in his mouth.
I know he probably just bought that outfit from Macy's. Let's leave that man.
Look, that man, look, you know what they did? They said, hey, so, okay, here, actually, I did this yesterday. I did this yesterday. I kind of want to share this because I fucking thought it was hilarious. I thought it was fucking hilarious. And I love to show people things to hurt their souls. If I have to see it, guess what? You got to see it too, goddammit. So for those that don't know, in the Marvel Comics, in the Marvel Comics universe, under normal circumstances, this is what Sidewinder looks like.
I bet not see Gustavo Fring. I will walk out of the goddamn theater if I see Giancarlo looking like that.
But yeah, no, the reason why, because for those who don't know, the Serpent Society is the Serpent Society is basically who are some of the bad guys in the new Captain America movie. Just in case, like just in case no one knows, I just want to put that out there. This is the Serpent Society right here in all of their ridiculousness. Yes, even Seth Rollins, he is playing one of the members of the Serpent Society. Yes, this very same group of dastardly ne'er-do-wells. Yes, that is what's going on. That is what's happening. Also, I do want to point out, and for those that think that that I am overthinking the fact that this is the Serpent Society, it's actually quite clear because if I remember correctly, there's a point where you actually can see. Oh, I'm trying to see if I can actually find the shot. I don't know if I actually have the shot. There's a shot from the most recent trailer though, where you can very clearly see the patch, the Serpent Society patch on Gus's arm. I don't have. I thought I saved it, but I guess I'm gonna file myself under trust me on that note. But the point of the matter is, they're the fucking Serpent Society. But the way they're doing it, they're treating the Serpent Society as an American terrorist organization as opposed to being which I mean, to be fair, they're still an American terrorist organization, matter to slice it, but something more akin to the Proud Boys or the Boogaloo Boys or what the fuck were they called? The Oath Keepers, shit like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Shit like that. That's basically what they're doing. Anyway, that is all I got. Carter, do you have anything else? Because as far as I'm concerned, that is the show.
Nope, that is the show.
Then there we go. Boom. That's it. Yeah, I do want to say just real quick, before we get up out of here, I do want to make it very clear that the love and affection and appreciation for all the support that you guys give each and every week, making the show everything that it is, fueling it with your eyeballs, your time, your questions, your chat, your support, your donations, everything of that magnitude. I can't say how much I appreciate it enough. So I just want to make sure that gets said in case anyone forgets. Also, keep it locked because there are at least 3 or 4 videos, actually technically 5 or 6 videos that you'll be seeing pop up throughout the week. Please, if you could do me a huge favor, I've been seeing a lot of y'all do this on Threads and on Blue Sky, and I can't vouch for Facebook or Twitter because I'm no longer on either. But I do occasionally, like sometimes people send me DMs on Twitter, and it's usually business related. So sometimes I'll sneak in and kind of like check those and then leave. And sometimes I'll see notifications people have shared stuff or tagged me and stuff. I appreciate those as well. But yeah, if you see those videos, make sure you hit you click on them. Make sure you hit that like button. And if it's not any too much to ask, please consider hitting that share button. Matter of fact, do it here too. Hit the like button, hit the share button. If you're here, you've never subscribed to the channel, but you enjoy what you're watching, consider doing that. Click subscribe, hit that notification bell. It helps us out tremendously, and also ensures, because I want to kind of pull the curtain back, show you guys how the sausage is made. Just because you're subscribed to the channel doesn't mean YouTube's going to show you every video. Even though they say they're going to show you every video, they're not going to show you every video. As a matter of fact, you're going to have to hit subscribe, you're going to have to hit the notification bell, and you're going to have to hit like on videos. Like I always tell people, because a lot of people had told me, they complained, oh, all you do is X-Men videos, and I don't really care about Marvel or DC. Well, guess what? I do other videos. You just don't see them because the algorithm doesn't show them to you, because you don't click on them. You probably see them and think, oh, Blerd never does these types of videos. So, oh yeah, this isn't him. This is probably some copycat. No, that's me. It's me. It's totally me. Click on the damn video. That's totally me. It's totally me. So yes. If you see my videos, you enjoy what I do, and I like to say that this is the best way, probably one of the best ways to support the channel. If you like what I do, and you don't have money to donate for super chats or channel memberships or Patreon or any of stuff like that, guess what? You don't fucking have to. No, honestly, all I ask, a like, a sub, a notification bell, maybe a share button every now and again, and honestly, that to me is worth it. It's worth both mine and Carter and Robo's weight in gold. So please, hook a brother up, take care of us, so we can take care of you. And that said, with all that, for everyone in the chat, for all the support, everyone in the Discord, patrons, channel members, chatters, lurkers, super chatters alike, people donating on Streamlabs, for Carter Presents, I am the Blerd Without Fear. And Donald Trump, you can go to hell.
Bye.